I will go to the Moto Limited boys. I'll go to Trent first, and then Nick, you can go after.
The pee on the toilet seat.
Real freaking guilty of a bar.
Surely
Not in
it's
studio.
not that hard to aim. But
Actually, it is.
Champion. Here we go.
Any athlete will tell you what you have to sacrifice to win is tough.
And here's what America's hoped for all year long.
Holy shit, here we go. And it's producing chain.
This is the center stage of Moto Podcasts. Welcome to the Moto Limited Show, presented by Street Race Solutions, live from Brisbane, Australia. Here are your hosts, Trent and Nic Still.
Show 48 is live. Welcome to the Moto Limited Show, presented by Street Race Solutions. Which one am I going with this week, Nick?
Hey, Nick, this is Paige Craig, and you are listening to the Moto Limited Show, mate.
Nick from Australia.
Two. The double banger.
Jeez, how's that?
What's going on, bud?
Not much, man. What's happening?
Mate, we're in another night.
Another night. These just start molding together.
But they get more and more fun.
They do get fun.
That's it.
Leading up to it gets fun. But I know that for sure. But it's Monday. It's 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. We are live on Facebook. This Moto Limited Show is pleased to be partnered up with Street Race Solutions, Roo Systems, Ride Tribe Designs, Hyperlyfe Clothing, Trent. National Luna, KTR, Arcade Chains and Sprockets, Queensland Bike and 4-wheel drive, MPE Suspension, and Moto Oils, Trent.
Yes, we are live on the Moto Limited Show Facebook, so join in the conversation in the comments section below. If you are listening live, the archive will be available on Spotify and Apple Podcast as always, and now you can re-watch the show on YouTube as well. And a reminder, guys, check out MotoLimitedShow.com. I've got one of the new merch tees, the limited edition one. Go and get yourself a tee. Go to all the links to our partners as well there on the Moto Limited Show. Support them as they're a supporter of the show, and we align ourselves with the advertisers that actually give back to the industry as well.
The best.
That's right.
Of the best, Trent.
The best of the best. So go and check them out on there, as well as the Team 17 merch. As we said, that
Team 17. There's a couple things up. I've just still got to draft a couple things up, but they'll be live like in the next few days.
So
but there is some stuff up there. So Team 17, baby.
Check that out. Team 17. After last week's show, big show, but we are live tonight for show 48 of the Moto Limited Show. And Nick, we got heaps to get through tonight. Heaps. Jed Parsons joining us later on tonight for Jed Parsons Motorsports.
That isn't like when you think about it now. Like I'm just going to do. Go back the last 3 months of interviews we've done. How many times has that name popped up?
Yeah, he's been supporting a lot of our privateers.
A lot of our local privateers, and they all do one thing, and they all talk very, very highly of him.
Yeah, not even our local ones. I mean, Jai Constantino is a guy that...
Hugh McKay lives at Penguin. Well, it doesn't live at Penguin, but rides at Penguin. That's what we worked out last week. But we'll also do a bit of a Southwick review, Trent.
Yes.
See what we got from Southwick, a.k.a. Coolum 2.0.
I really enjoyed listening to the American review stuff on this, and it's all about the deep sand in
Europe,
in Belgium, that has created this.
Yeah. It was the European is why the Hunters, Hunter and Jet did so well.
Yeah. That was exactly
the Hunter brothers. I'm just going to brand it.
You're branding it. We'll get to that a little bit later on. We go through our AMA Southwick review, the Wick.
338.
Woo! So we got plenty of that. Firstly, a couple of things from last week's show, Nick. The Moto Air Filter Wash Kit winner. We had you DM us some pictures of your bike, of you riding, because that's what we're all about.
That is. We want to see photos. Slide on in. But we got a winner, don't we?
We do. Daniel Kent has won himself that air filter wash kit. DM'd him during the week. He's pumped. That should be actually on the way to him today. We got the guys from Link International to send that out. Tonight, Nick, you've just grabbed it. If you're watching live, for our live viewers, we have an RK Pro Kit Race Chain Sprocket Kit to give away tonight. We can get this to suit pretty much any bike that you are looking for. Okay, even though we have a blue sprocket in studio.
Well, I'm just thinking in the back here for all MX like sprockets are available in black or team colors. So we've got black, blue, yellow, green, if you know where that's from. Yeah. Orange and red as well. And there's also some heated and hardened steel. That's cool.
Yep. So alloy rear sprocket with a front sprocket as well, and then a race chain in that kit as well. So we're giving one of them away, and it's going to be to the best comment of the night. So get in the comment section. Doesn't have to be funny. Doesn't have to be take.
Doesn't matter what it is, but I do need a laugh.
Yeah. It's been a rough day for Nicholas still here. So get in there, send us a comment. It's not going to be Nick and I, so there's no...
don't bother blowing out Savachi. Don't bother blowing out AC.
Yeah, no.
It's not going to do anything.
No sucking up to any one of us because it's not going to help your cause because the
But if you want to suck up, you can.
You can do that because that will help.
I'm all about that.
But the guy who'll be choosing it tonight, which we'll introduce him straight up here onto the show, pressing the 1s, 2s, and 3s like he does every show long, the technical wizard. Wiz, what is up?
Not much, guys.
How are you going this week, buddy?
Oh, look, not too bad.
Not too bad. Big shoes for you tonight, mate. You're joining us all show long. You're going to be our co-host. We don't have an in-studio co-host this week. It's just Nick and I, and you're going to have a little bit more input this week.
Finally getting the call up.
Can you give me one of your favorite riders? Just give me a favorite rider. It's okay to say Team 17, baby.
Stop putting words in everyone's mouth.
I don't put it in their mouth. I'm just suggestive. Give me a rider.
Oh,
it's not a hard question.
For performance-wise?
Just anyone, dude.
Have you got a favorite?
It doesn't need to be performance because the performance-wise, me and him have favorite riders and they both suck at the moment.
Struggling.
Honestly, at the moment, from what I've seen, Ferrandis.
He's it's hard. If you're a new player, and that's what we've got to put in. Wiz has never been around the sport. He's our technical advisor.
French, you can't drive.
But being a part of the show, he's now sort of, I wouldn't say falling in love with, but you've listened to it every Monday night, so you've got to kind of know what we're talking about. So I guess if you're coming in at this stage of racing, you're got to be a Dylan Ferrandis fan because he is killing it.
It's also as well, it's probably hard for him coming in motocross because when he gets to supercross, he's just going to be wowed.
Yeah, it's going to be different. So Wiz is going to be collecting his favorite comments that come through, and we're going to be including them throughout the show tonight. So keep them rolling in, and Wiz will be picking them and giving you input all show long. And we've got a couple of new things we're testing out tonight. So keep those comments coming in, and we're going to try and get them included in the show all night long to our live listeners. And then for our archive listeners, Nick.
Yes.
RK again stepping up.
Yep.
They're giving us an MXU U-ring chain. This is the top of the range motocross chain that you can get, valued at $149. This chain, retail price.
And how they're going to win this, Trent?
Yes.
You have to go outside to your shed. You have to find your motorcycle and take a photo of your chain. Whoever has the most wrecked, destroyed. I want to see the craziest looking chain you've got.
Yeah.
Take a photo of it, slide into our DMs. We will pick a winner next week and you will win yourself the best of the best RK chain, Trent.
Yep, brand new chain. Thanks to the guys at RK Chains, Nick. They since RK Takasago Company began production of chains for motorbikes as far back as 1953, Nick. The name RK is synonymous with quality. The RK Takasago chain has also been researching and developing the highest quality sealed ring chains for modern motorcycles for over 30 years.
Ooh, it's no wonder RK has had the relationships in producing chain, I got it this week, for a large number of OEM manufacturers such as Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, and Kawasaki. RK sprockets are manufactured using the latest industry-leading Japanese technology. RK sprockets are used by world-leading motorcycle manufacturers and race teams. RK has a range of both steel and lightweight alloy sprockets, Trent.
That's it. So go check out the range that RK have to offer. You go through our website, through to the Link International page, check it out. And if you want to deal on any of our advertisers, Nick, if you want to deal on anything that they do, DM us, send us an email, motolimitedShow@gmail.com. We can get you in touch with the guys that you need to try and help you out with the best of the best and get you guys a deal on that as they are obviously partners of the show here. So
Absolutely.
Get amongst it. So we got that to give away to our archive listeners. So if you're listening to this on the archive, get them through as soon as you can because we're drawing this next week. So a picture of the most roached chain.
I want to see just some wreck stuff.
And our Privateer Takeover, Nick.
Yep.
Drawing that next
So we got
show.
1 week left.
1 week left of that. Go to the website, motolimitedShow.com.
Very, very easy. I could do it. I tried.
You did it.
I did.
But you're not eligible.
Oh.
You're not eligible. Are you racing Pro MX1?
If I have to, I will.
Oh, step it up.
How many entries did you put in?
Yeah.
No, you don't need to know.
Yeah, there's a sick Natil in there as well. Go onto the website, fill it in, click submit, come straight to us. We're going to randomly draw that next week's show. And as you said, entry to both rounds. So you have to commit to going to Mackay here for the second round. Pit side at each one with a tent, front row. You also get a set of tyres for each round, Moto oil change kit, air filter change and oil kit. And as well, we're throwing in a set of Polysport plastics, Nick.
And a Ride Tribe Designs graphics kit.
That's it. So fully decked out with everything you need.
Now, I've got a question.
Yes.
Will you be putting said graphics on said plastics?
Yeah, and part of the deal is, guys, if you win it, we want to do some stuff with you. We're looking at doing some vlog stuff as well as part of the show, Nick.
Yeah.
It's probably going to incorporate a lot of that into it, so you'll be getting video throughout. And, there's going to be a bunch of stuff. And we want to help you out as much as can, fit up tires, make it as super simple as possible. So it's not just getting this stuff, here you go, walk away.
You turn up and it's...
We're helping you get it what we need to and making it happen if we can. And again, this is eligible for out-of-staters. If you're from New South Wales, you want to do Queensland titles, you're eligible for this as long as you commit to both rounds. From far north Queensland.
Junior and senior. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what class you're racing. Doesn't matter what grade you are.
Championship class. It has to be
championship class, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to be We're
not looking for wins. We don't care.
No.
We just want you to have fun,
That's it.
have some good equipment underneath you and see what you can do with it. So check that out. 1 more week left of that. We're going to draw that next week, show 49.
The only thing we want, Trent?
Yes.
Smiles.
Big smiles. Happy times, and we're there to have fun as well. So let's do it. Nick.
Hello.
New segment.
I'm excited.
Revamped segment, I would say. We've revamped it with the help of our friends at Hyperlyfe Clothing Company. Nick, you've got theirs on there. 15% when you go to the website to save at hyperlifeclothingcompany.com.au.
Jump on there and check it out.
Use code Moto Limited. Let's get to a high-low segment.
This is the Hyperlyfe High-Low segment, where we go through what's high and low in everyone's Hyperlife. Head over to hyperlifeclothingco.com.au and use the code Moto Limited to save 15% off your order.
I know you know how I'm coming. I'm out in LA like 23, throwing up oops, it's nothing. You need to let boys be boys.
Hot voiceover chick has killed it once again.
Just ticking boxes, Trent.
Well, how is she? Straight in, just a couple of takes, fixes our script, and then gone, just drops the mic.
See you later.
So go check it out, hyperlifeclothingcompany.com.au. Moto Limited, save 15% off your order, and their stuff is legit. High-low segment, Nick, so very similar to our front yard, backyard. We've, as I said, revamped it with the change of advertisers there.
More of a broader spectrum, though. It's something you can be happy about, something you can be sad about. It doesn't have to be.
So pretty easy.
Yeah.
High. What's your high? What's your low? We'll start low this week. Wiz, you're involved with this week as well, so I hope you're ready.
No, not really.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll come to you.
That's what we like.
Yeah, we'll come to you later. Nick.
You're going to go first this week.
Am I going to go first?
Yeah, you're going to go first. Give me a low.
It's hard because, I've been thinking about this one on the way home, and it's real difficult.
I got a feeling we're going to have the same one.
No, it's different. Okay, cool. It's different. Just been grinding a lot lately with both this and work, and it's really weighing a toll on me a little bit. I've got to find a little bit of work-life balance at the moment, I think is my low. But that's on me. But we try to be raw on this show, and that's just, at the moment, we're really trying to do things with this, and working the full-time job as well is really putting a lot of pressure on other things at home. So got to figure that out, but that's my low. That's what I'm down on this week. Nick, What about you?
Keyboard warriors. Keyboard freaking warriors.
You've had
dude.
a rough day.
I've had a rough day. I'm just sick of people and their just ignorance. That is all it is. Like, I was, when a lot of stuff goes down, like all these pro riders, they will talk about deleting Instagram, deleting Facebook just to get away. At the whole time when they say that, I'm like, why would you do that?
So
dude,
like,
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. It's just shit.
Yeah, it's been a pretty rough day.
For both of us.
Yeah, you know me.
I front it.
You take it. I just walk away. It's be my nature, and I don't give them the time of day. I just keep doing what we're doing. We have our loyal listeners and followers that we appreciate. You guys, they're the people. You guys are the ones that we try and keep happy each and every week. Not the people on online that want to troll you. So that's it. We just move on.
Yeah.
What are you down on? What are you low on? I got to change my words here.
Yeah. To be honest, just the work stresses that I've had over the past, like, I want to say a couple months, but this past month has just been incredible.
But you're a genius, so like work stress to you would probably melt us down. So
yeah, I can sort of see what he's saying, because it's like the job it puts you in is a very different to what your job that you're going there to do, or the job you sign up as.
Yeah, the job that I am in, that I've been doing for the past couple of years, I've thrown that all out this year. I've gone into a completely different role.
Yeah.
That
not by choice, relevant, though, as well. You get told you're doing that.
I guess it would be relevant to people if they knew what you did, but we don't have to disclose that. But
yeah, we don't.
If you know Wiz, which you guys can, you'll learn some more about Wiz over the time. You'll know what he does and why it's so stressful and why it's so different. So I get that. I get that, Wiz. It's very similar to mine.
Definitely not bad at all, but it's just
takes its toll.
Yeah.
I feel you.
After a while, it just compounds.
Very similar. Very similar to mine. Very similar. You said it probably better than I did. That's why you're a genius, and I just talk behind a mic on a Monday and get hammered on
It's gotten you this far.
Get hammered on
hammered on social media.
Nick, let's go high. Let's get up. I want to get up.
All right. Well, you're taking this off. What are you high on?
What am I high on, Nick? I'm high on the fact that you and I on Saturday morning are going riding.
Yes.
And then once we finish riding, we are going partying.
Yes.
And it's been a hot minute since racing stopped. We haven't been around a track and we haven't been out partying. And they were fun throughout the sunny states. That was
a fair bit of drinking, yes.
Yeah, that was the enjoyment for us. We were, hanging out, talking to people, and I felt like we've been away a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm pumped that we're back riding bikes, and we're going to go and celebrate a birthday, which, one of our
close friends.
One of our close friends, Bailey Middleton, 18.
Can't wait.
Big 1-8. So we're going to, be down there celebrating that with him. But yeah, that's what I'm up on, is that we're doing that on the weekend. And we're getting to do some stuff that we've been putting off a little.
Yeah.
What about you? What's high?
What's high? Oh, let's think. There is one thing.
We worked on this all
There
Saturday.
is one thing. Playing COD with AC.
No.
But getting dubs with AC.
And then getting a butt patch.
And then the butt patch for the boys. That was cool. Big shout out. That was cool.
Yeah.
You can ask Wiz. We don't get Warzone dubs. So just getting the dub is a celebration in itself. But getting a dub with AC. And then a butt patch thing for the boys.
Killing it.
With a PlayStation 5 controller.
Killing it.
Are you jealous?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Let's move on.
Smaller shout out, because he's been around him for 3 weeks now, and immediately gets a shout out on the back of his riding gear.
We're not even Wiz. Your microphone has been temporarily
let him go. Let him go.
I have ultimate control. In a couple of weeks you will. But what about you, Wiz? What are you high on?
Not trying to suck up, but just the involvement, I guess. Now that being in studio for a while, been sitting behind the desk, it's just coming on now and having more input, I guess.
We're happy to have you have more input. Saves us blabbering on here for 2.5 hours. But
we got 3 people blabbering.
Nah, look, as you said, you kind of come in to help with the technical side, and then we've kind of just let you sit. And when last week you added a heap of great stuff, Nick. Like, it blew me away. Even listening back to the show, as much as I do still listen back to the shows or watch back to the shows. Your input, and I was like, dude, if you want to be on camera more, let's do it. And you're like, you took on the challenge and said it's a big thing, Nick.
Dude, like I said to you before, like we started, we still get nervous doing this.
You were nervous before we started tonight. I mean, we do it every week, and we're nearly show 50.
Yeah, if you would see us at a Sunday state, you don't show it, dude. I'm proper scared.
I don't
feel like eating that morning. Like, that's how scared I am.
Nah, I'm not that bad, but I do get nervous. That first hit, as I said, I think I said that last week on the show, or I may have said that after the mics went off. That first hit I do at a live event, like just starting those first 10 words out of my mouth. Like, I sit there for a good 5 to 10 minutes, just running through it. Don't stuff it up, because there's no bikes. There's not a sound on in the pit area, and I've got 100% of everyone's attention. So it's there's, let's say between 500 and 1,000 people there.
Yeah.
So you've got that attention of the whole audience, and you can't butcher anything. So that first, getting that first hit out, after that, do not even think about it. It just comes, but that first bit is scary. But no, we appreciate you having part of the show.
Yeah, pleasure as always.
What comments we got coming through, Nick? We're going to be heavy in the comment section. As I said, part of this is that you guys are going to be getting this RK chain and sprocket kit for the best comment.
So, Mr. Jai Schluter, good evening, team. We have not seen Jai in the comments for quite a while.
He's been busy.
Yes, he has. I was talking to him the other day. Big happy birthday as well to Jai Schluter, Trent. Yeah.
Look, I didn't ring him on his birthday, but he was at MX Mountain.
Yes.
So I had not an excuse, but we were busy too.
What's better than a late birthday than a shout out at Moto Limited Show?
That's right.
So massive shout out, Josh Schluter. Corey Chalk. Thoughts on Hunter Lawrence taking the win at Southwick? Corey, we're going to get to Southwick and do a bit of a recap there. And I've got a fair bit on Hunter because it's I've seen some stuff floating around social media. Josh Plant, like the new shirts and jumpers, guys. Hyperlyfe Clothing, Moto Limited Show, hyperlyfe.com.au.
MotoLimitedShow.com.
Thank you.
Check it out.
Yeah, that was a bit delayed. Thank you.
No, you're right.
Matt Grills. Keep up the amazing work, Factory KDR, Trent and Nic from Australia. Love it. Jai Schluter was the voiceover chick wearing a leopard print dress by any chance?
Nah, she wasn't.
No.
She was wearing the gym outfit though, which is nearly as good.
Yeah, I'd rate that. And Jess Bateman, the Hyperlyfe Clothing jumper. This thing is fresh.
It is. It's beautiful. I actually wore my jumper, not my hoodie.
Yeah.
And like me, I like that. So plenty of cool things.
I've seen a movie. You just went out for a bit of a movie day with the fam. Had the whole crew had a bit of Hyperlyfe on.
Yeah, it was good.
I liked it.
Bit different.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, well, let's get into it. AMA Motocross.
Lucas Oil Pro Motocross.
That's right. From Southwick. The Wick.
338.
Dude, the track. Let's start there.
Massive shout out has to go to those guys when the riders got to the track on Thursday afternoon after I think it was Cyclone Elsler. I think it was completely, dude, just leveled this place. Basically, there was water ruts running everywhere.
There was water craters.
Yeah, this thing just looked bombed, and literally the guys got up, and a guy's got Doug Henry was in a dozer as well. Dude,
Doug Henry, John Dowd, and Keith Johnson. Dude,
they are your
legends,
and they're just going town for a full 12, 14 hours in dozers to get to looking what it did,
and then all day Saturday as well.
And the place come up looking friggin' good.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Beautiful track.
Big shout out to those guys.
It
Huge.
is. And as we're going to get to our review here, dude, that Southwick track is getting less and less sandy. I think because it was so wet, it wasn't deep, and it had a
slick,
very hard base to it. It's been getting like that throughout the years.
And it's getting darker and darker every year as well.
It was prominent this week.
Do you think that's just a soil or a topsoil coming through? Because if it's got a hard base, there can't be sand below it. There's got to be some type of hard subsoil below.
But it's similar to, it's similar to Harvey Bay in a sense, like all the good, they've lost a lot of sand off Southwick.
Well, we've seen how that happens.
Yeah, like
It's all washed down the fucking...
That's right.
Yeah.
So you're losing all that sand, and it's going to get to a point where, it's going to hit a hard base. But even that black, silty sort of sand, like, it's cooler. And we're going to get to Hunter Lawrence here, and I'm blown away with the fact that, anyway, it's like cooler. It gets a hard base. It's deep, but it gets a very hard, slick base.
And it gets that choppy
bumps. Yeah. So, the track crew did an awesome job. The first motos, though, I thought it was a little one line and made the racing a little boring. But once it got chewed up and got rougher in the second one, it got much better and the racing action got much better. But let's go 450s first, Nick.
450s first. Well, where do we start? I got to start. Ferrandis, it's 4 out of 5 now.
Yeah. He's on one, dude.
He's on one. It looks good.
He is on one. And, dude, like, that first moto was super boring.
Yeah.
But if you're Dylan Ferrandis,
you're loving it.
You are loving it because he finally got a whole shot. Finally. And then they just,
Even AP, man, both bikes got a really, really good start.
I was critical of his first lap speeds.
Yeah.
At Red Button.
We know that, though.
And it was granted, but this one, he sort of just sat there. He held that pace. The guys weren't advancing, and I think, again, the track had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
But then he just started dropping the hammer at that halfway point, which he has done every single round so far. Ran away. Second moto, dude, I would have loved to have seen. And I asked in the press conference, and I think he was kind of not wanting to lead on. I know he wanted to beat Ken. You could tell he wanted to beat Ken because that's points.
I think he knows he was going to beat Ken. He was just being honest.
But I feel like I reckon he in his mind too, as much as he won't say it, he was going with Eli as well.
Yeah.
He wanted to straight up beat Eli and stamp his authority to say, I beat Eli.
Are you talking Moto 1, Moto 2?
Moto 2.
Yeah, Moto 2, you weren't beating Eli.
But I mean, in Dylan's head,
that's the mentality he's got.
But I think he's more frustrated, that frustration. And I asked him in a press conference and he sort of said, it was, because I couldn't go fast and I wanted to be, he's not battling Eli in the championship, but as a mental thing just to get everyone, when Eli's on one and you go and beat him, that just goes, everyone's like, all right, Dylan is like, I mean, we all know.
But like even Ferrandis has said, you don't catch Eli on the last lap of a moto. Yeah. And I'm telling you now, nobody was beating Eli Tomac in Moto 2.
Yeah.
That when Eli goes Eli mode or does whatever he does, I'd like do the 216.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I'm just saying that's what I feel like, and I wanted to get that out of Dylan, but it wasn't coming. But dude, another overall win.
4 out of 5.
Locks it in, and everyone's been talking about his Supercross wasn't so bad, so this is kind of not a surprise. It is a big surprise. And I'm like, it is, but it isn't.
I was just about to say it is, but it really isn't.
No,
every time he's been on the motocross track, even on the 250, it was good. He's a world champion. He's done
GP, so motocross is his thing, as it is for Ken. And that's why we're seeing those two run 1-2. And Ken's been here a long time. But
exactly. And I think Ferrandis can handle things mentally better than Ken can.
Yeah, I'm not going there yet.
I know. I mean with weather. I mean with humidity. I think he's just a better across the board can control it. I think Ken might have a little bit more raw speed.
We're getting to that because I have something on Roxon there. But yeah, I feel like he's a 250 defending 250 champion. Supercross doesn't come naturally to him. So Supercross probably wasn't that good, but I think everyone slept on him, and I think everyone kind of now is like, oh, this is surprising. And I'm like, I don't feel like it really should have been that surprising, but the field is so deep, dude. Like, it's ridiculously deep.
It's ridiculously deep. And then Moto 2, you get Tomac, who does 7 seconds in 2 laps.
Yeah.
The only, I've literally, the whole 24 hours I've been thinking about what, are you right?
Yeah,
You sure?
Yeah.
Last 24 hours, I've literally been thinking about Eli, what it could be. It's got to be, he just feels comfortable when the track's crap. His bike must be better when the track's crap. He's prepared to go faster when the track is crap. In the morning, when it's a speedway, everyone's pretty close to each other, because when you go look at qualifying, they're all within however much. He must just be prepared to go better when it's rougher.
I think, I think so. I mean, that's the only thing you could put it to, right? Even he said in the press conference, he doesn't know. He's getting embarrassed by the fact that he is not getting anything done in Moto 1, and he's a Moto 2 phenom at the moment. But yeah, he come and smacked it again. But this high point was a spanking. Red Buddy got that win, but Dylan was coming. This one was another spanking.
Yeah.
So
last round, he turned it up when he needed to turn it up.
Yeah.
So who knows? You put another few laps on that, you just get to see what he does. The last lap is when he turns up, did the quickest lap time because he knew, obviously, Ferrandis was behind him.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
But yesterday, that was a spanking. Moto 2 was a spanking.
Yeah, he was gone. When he got past Dylan there where Dylan made the mistake, gets past Dylan, and then just you think 7 seconds on Ken Roxon of all people whiz. Like, Ken Roxon is being super fast these first opening laps and pulling that lead, and you think, right, there's a bit of work to make up.
He's not the easiest person to pull away from within the first 5-10 minutes of a moto.
Who's that?
Ken.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ken's out front.
The raw speed is just ridiculous.
But then he just dropped that lap time to 2:16 was his fastest lap of the day. Qualifying anything.
Yeah.
Final moto, track's been roached all day, and he comes out and just lays a 2:16 down. Like, I think it's that. I mean, the only thing, and he doesn't know the answer. Nobody knows the answer. The only thing we can point at is he likes a rough track.
He likes a rough track, but it's like, I originally thought maybe his fitness. He come off the bike, he looked fine. You know what I mean? It's just maybe his bike and maybe what he is suited for is better when the track's crap.
Right.
Everyone thought it might have been that Eli wasn't prepared to go full send. You know what I mean? Everyone was like, oh, he's not going to risk it anymore. Bullshit.
Yeah.
That just proves it right there.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, I mean, Eli Tomac, still the mystery. 8-1 on the day, man. That first moto was just, I mean...
If you're monitoring Kawasaki, do you just sit him down and be like...
But I don't think... Sit him down, like... I mean, he doesn't even know.
That's what I mean. Like, how? Why?
What is it? I don't know.
Is it start position?
But he said he started it wasn't much better.
It wasn't.
No. So, I mean...
And his opening laps weren't better.
It's just...
You really got to go back and look at the lap times. They weren't better.
I just think the track... I think it was... I mean, this one, I think, was the track. The rest of them have been... I don't know. But this one was definitely a track. That first opening 450 moto, dude, was a snore fest. It was just... Everyone was in their position. Nobody moved. There was no real battles. A lot of yo-yo going on because the track was so like... You either followed everyone and get full of roost, or you hung back and just waited until they made a mistake. And that was kind of like... Well, it was pretty boring. Second moto was a lot more action going on. But yeah, that first one was kind of a little boring.
So 57 points.
Yeah,
he gets into third in the championship because AP has his DNF.
Yeah,
AAC has some issues. 57 points. I'm going to ask you both right now. End of the motocross season. How many points is Eli down on?
If he performs the same way he is, so like Moto 1, Moto 2, he's like Eli Moto 2 Mac, then yeah, he's...
Well, let's say high, low of 57.
Is it going to be within 25 points?
Yeah, high, low.
Yeah.
Higher than 57 or lower than 57? He's going to
be higher than 57.
Behind.
So... he's going to be within that 57, so lower.
57 or lower, yeah. Lower than 57.
What do you got?
I reckon it'll be about 30 behind.
Yeah, with how Dylan is riding at the moment, I'm going higher than 57.
He's within 25. All
right.
Write it down.
Write that down.
He's within 25.
Let's see. We go either way on that one. We got all that going on as well. Ken Roxon.
Kenny.
Second
Roxon.
overall. Loses another 5 points.
Before we go to Ken Roxon, can I just say, 57 points. AP's bike, big issue. We'll get to AP. I know the backstory of that. If that happened to Ferrandis and Ferrandis DNFs, that's 25 points.
Yeah.
57 points really isn't that much when you have like 6 or 7 rounds. How many rounds of this we got left?
We're not quite halfway. Next week's halfway.
Yeah. There is still a lot of motos left.
There is.
I want to 57 points. Okay. You can chew 27. You can chew 25 and that.
Yeah, I mean it's
once you've got it down to that, to this one race thing, oh, dude, it's on.
Yeah, I mean, you only go to see his bike was smoking in Moto 2, Dylan Ferrandis was, and that's why he sort of backed it down. So
Darren Mayer, Ferrandis boiled the clutch, not the brakes.
Yeah, not the brakes.
But
a lot of that next week.
even Dylan was fairly honest with it. He says he was very, very hard on the motorcycle. Very, very hard.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was trying to ride with Tomac, but I think it was a little panic. I think, you know what I think it was, Nick? It was panic because Plessinger's bike just shit itself, and the team had just gone, puck at the butthole, pull the pin on this, just ride and get us third position.
Yeah.
You'll get the overall. We'll get a points lead, grow our points lead. We're not risking this for the biscuit.
Well, you hit me with what you got for Kenny. I'll hit you with what I got for AP because there's something weird there.
Yeah. All right. Kenny Roxon, second on the day. He again, when Tomac kind of caught him in that second one, like he said in the press conference, he was struggling with the bike all freaking day.
Yep. From
qualifying to the final moto, could not get the bike to do what he needed to do. To still walk away with second, that is a great effort, a great ride from Ken Roxon. It was hot and humid on the weekend, and you've wanted to see the test of hot and humid. His best moto was the second one. There's a few more of these. Yes, we got to compound them on together, but I'm not going to go out on that limb just yet.
No.
And I've been critical of him, and I'm not going to go out there just yet. I feel like his skill is going to carry him through motocross more than it did through supercross. And what happened there.
Yeah. See, I would hope so as well. With Kenny, it's like if he does well and finishes second, it doesn't mean he's going to be happy. He's really one of these guys where he's happy with his riding.
Yeah.
If he feels like he's riding good, he's happy. If he feels like he's riding crap, even though he could win and still say that, he's still down on it. And like they said, they were chasing a lot of settings on this motorcycle. I don't think you can take that Southwick as anything to go by. You have to just chase a setting all day, and then next week go back to what you knew.
Yeah, second with chasing a setting, dude. He's good too. He is on this one as well, and he's going to take Ferrandis down to the wire with it. That's for sure. Give us your AP stuff.
AP, it's the first moto. Very, very good.
Yeah.
They replaced the motor in the motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
I got told it was only a clutch that went in the motorcycle. Why do you pull the whole motor out and do a whole motor replace when there's a clutch that just bolted in, bolted out?
Don't know.
During that motor change, something's happened where either something's gone into the motor or they've got a part or something loose in the motor. And when they started it, they heard it. And I believe as he was riding, they could feel it pretty much just going through the motor.
Yeah.
And they made the decision to pull.
Yeah.
That seems odd to me.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird, but I mean, you don't know why these teams do these things. Like
that's,
it's
as you can imagine, there's not much time between the next 250 Moto 2 and the lining up of the 450 class. Obviously, they got to get it on time. It's on TV, so that's the reason these things so condensed is so they can get on TV time. So I'm guessing all those mechanics are throwing everything at this motorcycle trying to get it going.
Yeah.
And
it's just
something like that happens.
Human error. Human error. You throw it down a human error. The reason why it got changed is obviously somebody's made that decision. Whoever's made that decision is probably looking at it going, probably should have made
That's very, very disappointing for Plessinger.
It's tough, man, because he's been on the way up, and he's my pick to get a W here.
Who gets a W first, Plessinger or Sexton?
We said this last week. I picked Plessinger. You picked Sexton.
Plessinger.
That wasn't last week.
The week before. 1 week we did. I'm sure we
Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was last week.
It was last week?
Yeah. Thanks, mate. I'll take that.
I'm going to go back to writing. Hey, that's not the first time you screwed me this week, so...
whatever. Dude, AC's got that issue with the arm. Yep. The one thing I'm kind of upset about is he's verbally said that he's copping hate now, when all we've asked for is people to be transparent.
Yes.
And he's copying hate for people going, is you using it as an excuse? And I'm like, come on, dude. You want it one way or you want it the other way?
You know you're always going to get that, though.
I know.
That's the reason. If AC... The only reason AC is out there is he's going out there doing qualifying just to do a spastic lap time.
Yeah.
He's got some type of proof that he can still do it.
Yeah.
If I'm AC... I'm pulling out very, very soon, and I will not be surprised if AC pulls out very, very soon.
Yeah, get that.
He will go back to Colorado. He will have this surgery, get it done, hopefully get it right this time. Like, not about doing it right. Nothing went wrong. It's just a percentage that it works and doesn't work.
Yeah, and he got the bad end.
And he got the bad end.
Yeah.
But just pull out.
Get it fixed.
Get it fixed. Get ready for Supercross. But I feel AC doesn't want to do that because of the amount of crap he will take.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a KX 450 for 30 minutes around a track when you can't hang on is a recipe for getting yourself injured.
Yeah, even worse. Yep, for sure. And that's, I mean, we see him drop anchor there in that second moto. Like, it was...
And I think that's him just going, okay, I don't need to push it. I don't need to crash.
No.
Maybe he needs bonus money. I don't know.
I've seen a comment in there. We're going to talk about Cooper Webb. Finally in the top 5. We see the Cooper Webb back in the top 5. And from a post-race interview I heard him say is that he threw new forks, new shock, everything at this bike. Well, he didn't say that. Actually, Barsha did. But he threw a lot of shit at his bike to get that thing to work. And he's starting to trend the right direction.
He also changed his training program.
Yeah, he's
riding at a new facility.
Yeah. And
change is as good as anything.
And that's the comment I see there. Jimmy Gould's put in one there about Baker.
Word is Alden as he talks to transfer Baker's factory to Royce Road Raceway head of it first. So yeah, apparently Webb is no longer riding for Baker's factory, and the whole Baker's factory thing is up for grabs if KTM wants to renew it or not. Apparently Cooper does not want to return to Eldon. Apparently Marvin is going to continue with...
Marv's a very loyal dude.
Very, very loyal.
But Marv's season has been...
it looked better.
Rough.
It looked better. I'm not saying it was good, but it looked better. I seen a shine. He got a start.
He won the last 2. He won 18, 19 Southwick, and then went 9 something, whatever he went. Just not that great.
Do you know that was the 3rd time Roxon has rode Southwick on a 450?
Yeah.
He's had a pretty long career, and that's his 3rd time on a 450 there?
Yeah. He's missed a couple. But, So Cooper Webb, things starting to turn around, starting to get the bike working the way he did. You know, as I said early on, Nick, that KTM is not suited outdoors, and he's pretty much now said thing. This thing is such a good Supercross bike, but we have not got to develop for outdoors.
Do you blame that for the simple reason they weren't doing outdoor testing when they were getting ready for Supercross?
Probably, and I think he said that.
Yes, they can't do that next year.
Yeah, he said that. So,
which I guarantee they do if they're in.
Yeah.
You forget about it.
Supercross regional. Yeah. Barsha, final step of the podium. We should have got to him earlier. But, dude, his comments in the post-race press conference, if you haven't watched that, you need to go watch the post-race press conference. Justin Barsha unloads, Nick.
Yeah, I didn't call it unloading.
But the way he did it, though, was just so strategic. Like, so, you know, he described his day.
Yeah.
And he said, I got smashed he had to come from behind in the second moto. He goes, I got smashed in the first corner in the final moto by a rider I will not name.
Yeah.
All right. He goes, but I blew by him through the moto and just went. Then somebody asked Barsha, well, you know, you got a little aggressive on AC and pushed him off the track, even though he was kind of laboring. You know, why'd you do that? And he goes, well, that'll tell you who smashed me in the first corner. And I was like, that's just like good, like Barsha just kind of saying it how it is. But
yeah, but it sounded like he was talking about it.
Nah, dude, you're high. I
don't know. I didn't think much of it. I didn't think it's wow factor or anything like that.
It's just funny because of the way he said it.
It's funny.
It's funny because he just goes.
AC, you'll look at that and go, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even caring about that. It's just the way he's like, I won't say it. And then he comes out and just goes, well, that's the guy who smacked me in the first corner, so why do you think I ran him off the track? And it's like, that's sick. That's the stuff we miss. The personality, the not holding things back. He held it back, but when he had his opportunity to kind of go, he just like, oh.
Yeah, we didn't really. Wasn't it funny we were texting each other? It's just like, I'd love to find out.
Love to find out, and then he said it. So it was good. That's all we want from those sorts of things, is to get these guys to open up and say what they need to say. But he, third, had to make those couple of passes there in that final moto to get himself on the third step of the podium. He's a Southwick guy too, from that.
Grew up there.
Yeah, northeast, and did good. Anything else 450 class from you? Wiz, did you notice anything 450 class? It was...
How do you reckon the results would have changed had Ferrandis' clutch not gone on him? Do you reckon he would have pushed Kenny and Tomac, or
he wouldn't have got Tomac? He would have got Kenny.
Yeah, he would have got. I think he would have got Kenny, and I think he's the same opinion. And
yeah, I
mean, if he got a bit of truth serum in a Roxon, I think he was kind of glad that something would happen too, because I think he knew that he was going to have his hands full.
At the end of the day, Tomac going Tomac mode. Kenny's going. Go, son.
Yeah.
Go.
Just full beast mode.
He's just saving points, basically. It's less of a gap that he's going to pull.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah.
Ferrandis still going to win this thing?
Yeah, 19 points. Stretch it out. 5 more points. 19 points. Tomac's 57 back. 57 back.
Yeah.
So,
and then obviously he moved up into third because AP had the
AP slides back.
Yeah.
Slides back one. So yeah, I still have Ferrandis winning this thing. He's just been super consistent, and had a bit of adversity thrown his way and capitalized as much as he could on it. 250 class, Nick. Let's move on. We'll get to these comments section as well throughout the 250 class. Hunter Lawrence, 1-1.
1-1.
If you guys say Hunter Lawrence is going to win an overall, you'd say it's going to be a 1-1 score.
Oh, yeah.
And he did it.
Yeah.
Good.
Look good.
Congratulations, Hunter.
Yeah.
Wasn't
the fastest person on the track, but just put himself into great situations, rode within the track, made it happen.
The thing that I want to say to this, and I mean, I'm not the only one. We've seen it all over social media. That comment from Jimmy Gould is exactly that. For them saying it was his sand practice, and it probably did a little bit, but that track looks so much like Coolum, but with a little bit of elevation. It was not funny. The way they described the soil, it's exactly like what Coolum is, and Hunter and Jet did a bajillion laps of there on Roy's Road. That's where their skills come from. And it was good to see him up on the podium. I was bummed he wasn't in the press conference because I reckon he would have had some fire.
He would have had some value, for sure.
He would have had some fire coming out.
Press conference is a little bit anticlimactic.
It was. So
stir the pot.
You could see he was like comfortable out there riding too, Hunter. So
just looked good.
Yeah, and that's
what I mean. It wasn't the raw fastest guy on the track, but just rode within his means, rode within the track, put himself in the position to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, we're going to get a Hampshire here in a sec, but when Hampshire goes down in that second moto...
Which time, sorry?
And he doesn't have the second moto, and he doesn't have to pass Coop for the overall, but he still went out and passed Justin Cooper. That's where I was like, yeah, you could see it just lit under him. He's like, it's right there. I could go 1-1 and it's right there. He didn't ride over his head to do it. He just methodically made his way to there, passed, and then just sort of started, run away a little bit. And then Jay Coop found a little bit of something there at the end when Jet started catching up.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed we didn't get to see that Jet and Hunter battle. That sort of looked like it was brewing there in Moto 1, and then Jet went down.
I'm happy not seeing it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm happy not seeing it.
I just wanted to see what would happen. I mean, they've talked a lot of smack between themselves, but
Jet v Hunter in this battle, Supercross. I'm telling you now, Jet takes it. Motocross, who takes it?
Well, yeah, we're gonna get here because the points have tightened up.
Exactly, but you just tell me, out of those two, heads up, who wins?
I mean, yeah, this is gonna
Jet still has it.
Yeah, this is gonna get to that conversation we're about to have. That's for sure. I'm about to give my opinion on this when we talk about Jet. So we're gonna probably get your answer in that little segment.
Okay,
that's for sure. Yeah, so Hunter goes, RJ Hampshire, dude, fastest dude on the track, hands down. But that front end does not stick. And Dad's comment last week about getting a Pirelli on the front of that, as much as we're, like Pirellis, he is just over pushing coming into these corners. That's what those front end
That's his riding style, though.
Yeah, but there's got to be a point where
when you think about it, technically he could have had like 3 overalls.
3 overalls
last 3 weeks.
And he could have, high points a stretch.
Yeah.
But let's just go Redbud and Southwick.
Yeah.
He could have went 4 wins from 4 starts. He's been that fast.
He's going to put it together one of these days.
It's got to click, but dude, I'm 2-1-1s.
Dude, he's flying the flag for Rockstar Husqvarna.
Oh,
he's flying that flag.
Jalik was good in the first one. He got a good start. They were 1-2, but then, that's better than, as I said, we went from High Point to Redbud. Redbud wasn't so good, but then this was better. At least he showed some signs of a little bit of what we've seen at High Point.
From the second he crashes, he knows he's going to crash, in his head, it's like, get up and go.
Yeah.
The way he just gets up and gets straight back into it, it's just like...
That second one was heart-wrenching, though, when he's stuck on the side of the track and he couldn't get out and he's, stuck and da-da-da. It's tough. I don't want to be harsh on him, but, dude, that was... if he doesn't crash, he wins. He's, I said, he's at least 2. 100% Redbud and Southwick, he should have went 1-1 both those rounds. Give him those 2 wins. He's deep into this championship.
If he's upright, he's winning it.
He's 100% Wiz. 100% he does. But just RJ Hampshire at the moment, he's entertaining. Very entertaining. That's for sure. Justin Cooper now has tightened things up. Nick, down to 3 between him and Jet. He's having an Eli Tomac second moto sort of thing here, stringing a lot of second motos together.
And it's playing with Jet.
It is.
Because the way Jet acted on the podium, bang.
So let's get to that.
Jet, give me your opinion on that.
You put a lot of it down to him being 17, but I feel like a little bit of this pressure's starting to mount.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Everyone goes, oh, he's just young. He's just young. He's been a racer his whole life.
Yeah.
This is pressure.
Yeah, it's pressure. And as I mean, him being young and trying to deal with the pressure, you get those sorts of outbursts and things like that.
Well, that outburst, from what I take from that is he's just got a personal vendetta against Justin Cooper.
Yeah.
So leading out of this, you don't need to think like that. You need to think championship. You don't need to think that I'm just versing the other guy, because sooner or later, Hampshire is going to slide into this. There's going to be people that Hunter is going to get into this.
Yeah.
And before you know it, it's a championship across 4 people, not 2 people.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's tightened up. And that's when you ask that question about whether Jet or Hunter in motocross, Hunter, as long as we can keep this trend going, and I don't want to jump on this because we've just seen him go 1-1-1 or 1-1.
No, you're not jumping on it. This is what we expected to see.
That's what I mean. If we continue to see this, I feel like Hunter is going to surpass.
I've always thought Jet's the better Supercross rider. Hunter's always the better motocross rider.
20.
The results haven't shown it yet.
Yeah.
But how many is Hampshire back?
I don't. It's here. I should have had that. But yeah, 26 to Hunter, he's another 20 back. Sorry, 30 back.
Yeah.
Because he had a DNF.
Both these boys, they're going to be a part of this.
Yeah, I mean, 56. So he's got the Tomac run. RJ's got to have a Tomac run.
But Hunter's
back in this now.
He's back in this 100%.
Yeah, and it just took the ride from Jet. As I said, Jet crashes in the second moto and then crashes again. And first moto, he wasn't super spicy either, too, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd like to go back last year. If anyone is out there and bored and they want to search something, go search average finish Justin Cooper, Jet Lawrence motocross last year. Someone get that statistic and let me know, because I'm actually really interested, because you would think Justin Cooper would have the better average finish, right?
Yeah.
So...
yeah, I think that's how Coop's going to win this championship. If he wins this championship, is going to be by sheer consistency.
So you saying that sort of makes me feel like you think he's going to win this championship.
Well, I mean, Hunter's now back in it as well.
Hunter from the start. Hunter, ride this thing out. I'm used to losing.
But then but the only thing for me is you look at High Point, where Hunter has all those issues, and even Redbud wasn't super great. So he's not where, Cooper's fighting himself on the podium each round, very similar to Ferrandis.
So you do it.
Consistency. That's where I'm kind of like leaning a little J Coop. I don't want to. Like, I want Jet Hunter to win.
Exactly. I'm just looking at the statistic.
Yeah, you just look at it and you're like, it's kind of hard. If he's in 3 now, he goes out and wins next weekend and takes those 3 points away. He's now red plate, and then, maybe Jet then lights a fire on a Jet. Yep.
I'll give you a statistic.
Yep.
Jet is lucky not to have hurt himself in that crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty... that one with Jalik.
That was big.
That was scary, dude. Jalik was like... But I mean... it could have been much worse, though, because Jalik was completely sideways. If he'd gone down, Jet's landing on Jalik at that point. But somehow he muscled that back. I could give the kid props on that. That was...
Absolutely. So Anthony Rutledge, I'd say more like Harvey Bay, Trent. You did say that early on. They're very, very similar.
Yeah.
Josh Plant, if RJ keeps it on 2 wheels, he wins. No one can match his race intensity at the moment, although our boy Hunter did match it this week in Moto 1. Exactly. RJ, quickest rider on the track. Can he stay on the track? Find out next week.
Tune in. That is worth tuning in for the 250 class.
It's like... Can you imagine RJ sitting on the start line and just be like, here we go. We don't know what's going to happen.
It's kind of in his career, though. He has been like this.
I remember, I want to say last year.
Yeah.
Remember when he sailed off the back of the motorcycle. I don't know what track it was.
Is Supercross?
No, motocross over at Tabo. Sails off the back of it.
Yeah.
Picks this bike up. The thing can't even run and just blah, 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 just takes off down the track.
WW where he stepped through the bars. Yeah.
That is not okay.
Nah,
he should have died.
He has some big ones.
Dylan Gunter, from what I've heard recently, still is an integral part of AC9's training program. Yes, Dylan, you are correct. You are correct. NEC.
Nice.
Part of the
Shimoda, great day.
Shimoda, great day. Doesn't like me.
No, Nick in the press conference.
It doesn't like me.
So you staying with Pro Circuit? No comment. Can you give us anything?
You notice I tried to butter him up first. I was like, Joe, great day. Supercross, we had a lot of success. Motocross looking great. 2022, are we returning to Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki? Looks at me real strange. No comment. Can you give me anything? I can't give you anything. All right.
Well, I mean, I can't give
Joe.
And it's like me, you just like text me straight away. Well, he's not staying with Pro Circuit. It doesn't sound like it.
Doesn't look like he's staying at Pro Circuit. And if Joe Shimoda goes anywhere, it's to Star Yamaha, and a Star Yamaha rider takes his spot at Pro Circuit Kawasaki.
Dude, Star Yamaha have so many bikes.
Dude.
There's no money spent. But he, again, another consistent ride for Joe. Just, good starts, though. Great starts. Got up the front. And I think once he's up there, he's that pace.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have the raw speed to come from behind like Jet and Cooper and those guys have.
I also, you might not agree with this, and just go with me on this. I don't think he's got the self-belief.
Probably not, because he's been doubted his whole life and whole career. Like, everyone kind of gave him shit about, the result he got in Supercross the year before last because he was in a depleted coast.
Yeah.
But he was there.
But he's one of the guys.
Yeah. He's good. He's got talent. He is the opposite of RJ Hampshire.
Yeah.
He's
Mr. Consistent. Stays on the bike.
Yep, keeps the thing upright. Yeah. If he gets some starts and he starts picking up a little bit of that raw speed, you'll see him then start being consistently at the front.
It's no secret that these Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki 250Fs have got a bit of a power issue this year. I mean, stock bike, they're great, but the team bike, they just can't get off the line, Trent. They can't seem to do much with it.
Yeah. They
get that stuff sorted. He gets and starts at the front, he will stay at the front.
Yeah, he's got that speed.
Hammaker.
Is he coming back?
Is he come back?
I don't know.
You all right, bro, or what?
You had to sit out one race and you said, yeah.
Cody Shock, really, really good.
He's in the 450 class, but
he is now, but he will not stay in that 250 class.
450 class.
He will not stay in the 450 class.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Quick recap of this before we get to the Moto Limited Show stock market. Jed Lawrence is 3 points up on Justin Cooper, and as we said, Hunter is 26 back. Nick.
Yes.
Ferranda's still winning this.
Yes.
450 class. Yep. Unanimous.
Yep.
Wiz.
Unanimous.
Yep. Great. 250 class. Jet,
Hunter,
Justin, or Hunter?
Hunter.
Hunter. Yeah.
I literally started the season who I pick, so I stay with.
Okay.
I rode Christian Craig out, and so what about you?
I feel like I'm going to stick with mine with Jet.
Okay.
I'll ride that.
That's good.
I think you.
And Ferrandis, you're obviously.
Yeah, Ferrandis, 100%. Okay. We're unanimous with that one.
Let me just go to some comments real quick.
Yeah.
So Dylan Gunter, Shimoda just looks like a serious bloke. Yeah, I think it's his English sort of does that.
Lost in translation.
Yeah, exactly. Anthony Rutledge, sushi to HRC. I would call it sushi to Star Yamaha.
What is Honda have picked up a amateur rider too? I'd be interested to see when that comes out.
Yep. So Dylan Gunter, are both Lawrence brothers staying at HRC? Okay. So the latest thing is yes, they will both stay at HRC. Red Bull KTM put a serious try to get Hunter.
Yeah.
They put some serious money into Hunter. They got Red Bull involved. They got gear companies involved. They went for it. I believe Red Bull KTM is going to find Voland a teammate for Supercross next year, and I believe this said rider is going to be very good. So that will come out in the next 2 months. I originally thought it was going to be Hunter, but apparently he's
if you're Hunter, Honda, you are not letting go of them right now.
Anthony Rutledge, they need JPM engines. That they certainly do.
Yeah, they do. Those Hondas actually super quick.
Shout out Christian Craig, huge crash, practice qualifying.
Yeah.
Got up, had another crash later on the day. Max Dancy,
Things are rough.
At that team.
Yeah, Nick, you and I are going to do we're doing like a deep dive review podcast here very soon. That's coming for you guys, the live listeners of the show and archive listeners. We're going to bring out, so we don't fill up the Moto Limited Show with too much of this. That's why we kind of gloss through the top 5 and the hot topics, but we want to deep dive because there's a lot of things going on behind these guys, Nick. As you said, Christian Craig 5th last weekend and has a pretty rough one this weekend. Anstey's been... Things are not good. I watched that space. That's all I can say. 250s. That's pretty much everything I got. All right, well, let's go stock market before we go to our first commercial break of the evening and come back with Jed Parsons from JPM. Nick, the stock market, as you said, buy, sell, or hold. We got, 5 riders from the AMA Pro Motocross. We're going to start. And Wiz, you're involved this week.
Awesome.
Ken Roxon. Nick.
Holding. Still net. Yes, he did well. He did good in the humidity, the first bit of heat. I was impressed. I need to see more.
Yep. Wiz?
Holding,
yeah. 3 holds there. I will hold on him as well because I feel like he's... Dude, you go and watch 2016 Millville Moto 2 RCH Suzuki. Holy smokes. If we get that Ken Roxon at Millville, watch out, everybody, because that was phenomenal.
That was good. I have to watch that this week.
He's not catching Ferrandis at this point, but he's too good to not sell. So
to count.
Hold.
And to count out too as well.
And hey, usually I like to sell him pretty straight up. So
you said he wasn't even doing the series, so here we are.
Look. Hey, there was a part after that preseason conference you were like, he ain't doing the season, and then he was playing possum.
I was with you. Maximus Voland.
I am selling for motocross, and I will purchase before Supercross. I'm out on Voland.
Okay. Do you know who Max Voland is, Wiz? I've gone deep in the archives here. Let's go.
And also selling.
Selling?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to hold on Max Voland. He's very... We get to Hangtown, that kid's going to be like he was at...
Yeah, but there's a lot of other rounds in Hangtown.
I know, but he's on the way up. I'm not
Supercross guy.
I'm going to hold
Supercross guy.
Hold my stocks there because they're going up, buddy. I'm going to cash out at the top. Justin Rodbell.
It's a summer of Rodbell, baby.
He's back.
It's back. He just got a job, so he's got a job. I'm buying.
Yep, much better.
Summer Rodbell.
He's he hasn't been in the points and then goes like 15, 17 or something like that. You know who Justin Rodbell is? Nah, I stumped you. I got you.
SGB Kawasaki rider.
Yeah. Privateer hero.
Had a very, very good outdoors last season, beat Eli Tomac, used to pick up girls.
yeah. His claim to fame is he went after Loretta's to a club in Nashville and picked up a girl.
From saying he beat Eli
Tomac. She knew who Eli Tomac was. He pulled out the results. Eli Tomac DNF'd and he beat him. So he goes, okay, beat Eli Tomac. Doesn't tell you how he beat him.
Sealed the deal as well.
That was sick. Legend status.
Whatever works.
Dude, that's it. So,
buying then.
I'm buying, yep.
Solely off that story.
Yep, buying on Rodbell. He's turned it around.
Just that story.
Purely on that story. Nick, this one.
Yep.
Cody Shock.
Purchasing.
Purchasing. Yep. Purchasing.
He's getting a full factory 250 rod. That's why I'm purchasing.
There is rumors, heavy rumors. But dude, riding that 450, Privateer 450, he's been up just outside that top 10, highest privateer rider at, and beating some factory guys. He was good Supercross this year as well.
The results don't really reflect it this weekend because they obviously had an engine malfunction, I believe.
Yeah, he crashed.
Moto 1 didn't have enough. Well, I heard they pulled all the electrical off the motorcycle thinking that was the issue. that wasn't the issue, and then they run out of time.
Yeah, run out of time. Yeah. So unfortunately, DNFs both motos, but he's got some wicked speed.
I heard a story that I don't know if this is true. He must have been at the start line because he knew his bike wasn't going to get there.
Yeah.
And the person who took his gate, full on helped him out, packed his gate and did everything. What a guy.
These privateer dudes. That's what we want to give some of them some love. Wiz, Cody Shock. 72. 72?
Yeah.
Dude, Stefan Everett's number 2. That's why he's killing it. I'm a Stefan Everett.
That is are you really?
Yeah, dude.
That's a name.
Love Stefan Everett. Dude, I got a service gear that Stefan wore, and I wore it for a year, and I thought I was just gangster. But anyway.
You are certainly not gangster.
No, not with a service, but anyway.
I'm just going to hold.
You're going to hold? Yep. All right. Wait to see. Cody Shock, you're going to pay attention to these names now. I brought them up. This is why we brought them up. Pay attention to these names because they are...
I definitely watch the feed, so
That's
watch
it.
it come up, see how it goes, see who's in, who's out, and who's going still.
That's right. Carson Mumford.
Purchasing.
Millsaps? Yeah.
And already on his program, it looks better.
It's pretty rough this weekend.
No, as I'm not looking at the results. I just look at everything as a whole.
Yeah.
And it is improving.
Yeah.
He definitely has the potential. He's got a good motorcycle under him, which is only going to get better. Yeah, I'm purchasing.
Yeah.
Stocks are cheap, so.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yep, all 3 buy then.
Yep, let's go. Alrighty, guys. If you want to join in the stock market segment, we will do it each and every week after we do our review of the racing. So if you want to join in, get your names, say what you're doing in the comment section. We'll read them out as well. A couple of comments, Nick, before we go to the first commercial break of the evening, before we come back with Jed Parsons.
Dylan Gunter is getting blocked. Petition to stop me singing. He's looking for a Shannon Sprocket. He ain't getting it. Anthony Rutledge also getting blocked. Josh Luder just got service back. Central Queensland is hit and miss. It's 2021. You would think service would be better. Technology is more like 1995 here. I can get around that, Jai. I know that feel because I've experienced it. And there is nothing more frustrating than driving and telling you he's got no service.
Yeah.
And if you're with Optus, you experience it a lot.
Oh, jeez. There's a blowout. Not getting sponsorship from Optus anytime.
Not if I have anything to do with the place anyway.
Cool. All right. Well, let's go to our first commercial break of the evening. Please support the advertisers that support the Moto Limited Show and the sport that we all love. Again, if you're looking for a deal from any one of our advertisers, Nick, hit us up, motolimitedShow@gmail.com, and we can forward you on to the people that can help out with that.
Or just slide in the DMs and we'll get you hooked up.
Either way, get in touch with us. We will help you out, but we'll be back after this commercial break. Welcome back to show 48 of the Moto Limited Show, presented by Street Race Solutions. Nick, we've got our first guest of the evening on the line, ready to go. But firstly, they're going to be brought to you by Ride Tribe Design. Nick, we're pleased to be partnering up with Ride Tribe Design now, and moving into the future. They've been doing the graphics kits for a long time here.
Yeah.
You and I are looking to get ourselves some fresh kits from the guys. Big bike kits are going to cost you about $285 for a pre-made one, just with your logos, name and number on it. Number plates at $90. Mini bikes $235, $75. They also do jersey prints at $55 and youth at $45.
Yeah, so message them, get on there. 2-week turnaround. Once you get your proofs done,
yeah,
you know, they. When I was looking the other day, they help out a lot of people, Trent.
They do.
Rising Motorsports, a lot of clubs, a lot of riders, everything like that. So any orders though, jump on there, say Moto Limited to them, and they'll give you 15% off their order.
Yep, mention it. Get in touch with Wes. Email Wes.
Yeah.
You get on there. You go through our website.
Even if you know what, message us and we'll get you in touch with Wes for sure.
Yeah, directly in touch. The custom graphics kits as well cost a little bit more. We've got a design charge, but even at $110 design charge as well, it's still a cheap sticker kit, and make it look exactly custom again.
And awesome quality, Trent.
That's right, and they're part of our Privateer Takeover Challenge as well. So we're pleased to have Ride Tribe Design on board. But tonight, from Jed Parsons Motorsports, we have Jed Parsons. Jed, how are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks, guys. Stoked to be on.
Mate, we appreciate you giving us the time tonight. We've had you on the radar for a little bit. You've been around the sport for a little bit. We've had people reach out. You've reached out to us about getting some people on, and then we thought, well, we've had the people you've asked us, so it's time for you to join us, buddy. So welcome to the show.
Yeah, no, thanks. It's as I said, it's good to be on here, and always see you guys around the track, and yeah, cool what you were doing for the sport, which is sick.
That's it. No, so let's start with Jed Parsons Motorsports. Obviously, your deal there. We've seen a lot of privateers. We talked about at the start of the show, Nick. A lot of the local privateers up here and even down south with, you know, the stuff you've done with Hugh McKay, who we had on last week, and also Jai Constantino as well. So how's business going, bud? You look like you got a bit going on at the moment.
Yeah, look, I've been super busy lately, which is really good. I guess, you know, everything happening around the world and Australia with the whole COVID situation. Yeah. I'm sure you guys have heard enough of it, but yeah, so, you know, I'm flat out at the moment, which is awesome. You know, it'd be great to get back racing again, hopefully soon. Yeah. But, you know, we'll just have to see how it all goes.
That's right. And so your main business, engine builds, or you sort of do everything, servicing, anything like that?
Yeah, so pretty much everything. I kind of stay away from the whole suspension side of things. So I base myself just around the engines. So that's, I guess, my profession. Yep. And then, yeah, just everything from servicing, you know, maintenance, and race bike builds and stuff like that. So, yeah, really around the race side of things. As you said, you know, before, Jai Constantino and Hugh McKay. Yep. And a couple other guys. Yeah, so just love helping some guys out where I can and yeah, try and grow them and see where they can go with it.
So did you grow up wanting to be a mechanic? What inspired you to sort of follow the path that you currently are?
So I was a racer at a young age, and then yeah, I kind of, just after some bad accidents, I kind of just had to go get a job. So I actually started working at Vince Strang Motorcycles back in 2008, I think it was.
Yeah, you've probably heard of... You're an Inverell kid, eh?
Yeah. So you've probably heard of Josh Strang. Yeah. Used to ride for Factory Husky.
Yeah,
so,
GCC,
yeah, you know. Yeah. So, you know, I've always grown up around those guys and like Nick Sutherland and people like that. So, yeah, pretty much just forced to go get a job, and that was the next best thing, is working on dirt bikes. Yeah. So kind of done my apprenticeship there, and then straight away I moved up to the Gold Coast just to kind of, you know, get around the bike scene more. And my mate Nick Sutherland lived up here and a couple of others. So moved up and started wrenching for Nick and Joel Evans. Yep. And it kind of just grew from there. You know, I worked with Aaron Taney and Kieran Hall on the BBR Yamaha team. Yep. That Privateer team. And then, went over to America for 12 months over at MTS. So that was pretty cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so I lived over there for 12 months and
did you go with
travel around. Did
you go with Sam Bailey?
No, I have been over when Sam was there.
Yep.
We went in, what year did we go in? Maybe that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was.
I went over with Jai Constantino and Sam Bailey and those guys.
Yep.
Yeah, so, and then basically we went, so it was pretty cool actually. After America, we went to Indonesia for 12 months.
Yep.
So we did all like the Indonesian championship over there, which was, a bit of an eye-opener.
Yeah.
And
it would be.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hats off to those guys over there though, like making the sport bigger and better over there, which is cool to see. Yeah. Because they're such, you know, different lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then came back, started JPM up. And then while I was doing JPM, I was working for the Yamaha Yamalu race team as well.
Yep.
So I just practiced mechanic for Jay Wilson just during the week, and then race mechanic for Richie Evans.
Yeah, yep.
So I did that out throughout motocross, and decided to kind of, you know, do JPM full time and really put the foot down and try and get that somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
So here we are now.
That's it.
That's cool. That's a cool story.
That is cool. Like going through all those things. And again, like, I mean, for people that don't know Inverell, like it is a small town.
Super small, yeah.
I've never been there.
To go from that, dude, motocross track. Oh, that motocross track.
I've heard that from multiple people.
Do you know what? You know what the funny thing is? Like, when I was looking through things and Jed's, you know, just trying to get an idea of what you've been up to have some understanding,
basically.
Yeah, just as we do research, we call it.
Yeah.
I was like, I do remember you growing up racing because we're like, you know, you grew up with Nick Sutherland. They're the good dudes I grew up with.
I was literally about to say, usual boys, like.
Well, not only that, like we all come from northern New South Wales. So I was like, I remember when I seen that picture of you with the 121, I'm like, oh, it all, you know how when things click, like you knew the name, you knew the person, but then everything ties together. I had that moment the other day and I was like, oh, that's who Jed Parsons is. So we kind of, I mean, grew up in that same sort of era and around those same sort of people. So that's cool that, you know, you're now come from there and now at the level that you're at now with some of the riders that you have at the moment riding for you using your stuff, dude, you got some talent on board.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. You know, just a random Inbrell kid. And then, you know, I never really knew what America or overseas was like. And, you know, this is where dirt bikes can take you. So I was actually lucky enough to be talking to RJ Hampshire last year. I was meant to go over and wrench for him. But obviously the whole COVID scene has kind of put a stop to that because we couldn't get out and you know, that was in the thick of it. So, but no, it's definitely cool. It's pretty cool how things work out. And you know, you just don't know what the future holds. So yeah, no, it's definitely cool.
We could probably talk about it for hours, but the farm life, MTF, give me a day. Run me through a day of just how the structure is there.
Over at MTF, sorry?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was awesome to see how Colleen, you know, worked around everything, but definitely, if you can afford it over there, 100%, like, it is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a dirt bike rider, it's living the dream.
She's a hard taskmaster.
I was just about to say, was she like full on just beating you guys or what?
Oh man, there was this one time, and I've seriously never experienced anything like it. Jai Constantino had a bit of a knee injury.
Yeah.
Anyway, I could probably tell this story for ages, but I'll cut to the point. Anyway, so yeah, he was going to pack it up because we couldn't really ride. Anyway, so she went out and made him do 230s in a row, not taking the helmet off. Like, he wasn't allowed to get off the bike. And then he did something like 20 sprint laps after to beat the time. And he was like vomiting in his helmet.
It gets hot there too. Yeah.
It was brutal. She just, anyway, it was gnarly. But behind that, she's an awesome, you know, she's a pretty cool chick. Really, really nice. But no, I think it's cool what she does. I respect anyone like that, especially, you know, in the motorsport side of things. So it's cool. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it's a sick program over there.
Yeah, that's probably what toughened Jai up for when he rode through a broken wrist there at round number 1.
That's nothing.
Yeah, he's like, I've had a bung knee and had to do 230s in sprint laps, so I could do this 20
PTSD, Colleen.
I did this 25-minute battle with a broken wrist.
That's funny.
He's a good dude. Like we only just look back and we've had pretty much a lot, the list of riders that you have underneath you that are using the JPM engines. We've had nearly all of them on the show at the moment. And again, it's kind of thanks to you. You've sort of been reaching out to us and like, you need to talk to this guy, you need to talk to that guy. And I mean, that's what we ask on this show. Like we want to get these guys on that have cool stories. I mean, Hugh doing the downhill stuff he does is ridiculous.
Dude, I literally got caught up in a whirlwind just watching it, and he's badass on a downhill bike.
Rabbit hole.
Like,
badass.
He's so badass on them.
Yeah, so it's crazy. It's crazy how but that's the thing. You're one of those people like us that are supporting these privateer guys, getting them to the races, helping them out. And as I said, your stuff's been good, dude. There's been running up the front. It's been, engines are one of those tough things, especially in the MX2 class that you're in, to get them to perform right. And you've got yours singing at the moment because those guys have been running up front.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And, and that is a tough class, especially, those top 10 guys are, that's pretty much their job. And when you've got, privateers like those boys working, 3, 4, 5 days a week, everything helps. So you've kind of got to put them on the best equipment they can be for what they can afford. And can get, and let them go race.
That those pictures of those engines that you build with like the PC.
God, dude.
That was like, if you're like an engine guy, that's like engine porn, right?
Yeah. Well, that's just about to say. Were you inspired to, like, me growing up before I did my race team sort of stuff that I wanted to be, dude? I wanted to work for Pro Circuit. Like, my dream about working Pro Circuit. And I can only assume you growing up were just in awe of their parts and what they do there. So, did you? Growing up, is that where you wanted to go? Did you always want to go into engine stuff, or?
Well, I think everyone's dream is to be a professional racer, but and as I said, second best thing is being a manager or a mechanic. So I think that, I don't know, engines just always inspired me. And it's just something that, so many moving parts in there, and I don't know. I've just always been really inspired by engines. So I kind of just put my mind to that and taught myself. And I had a couple of actually other guys in Lawrence Drive back when I first moved up. He showed me the ropes. Like, he was this real old guy, and he showed me the ropes, the ins and outs a little bit. And then, I just kind of taught myself from there, and see where it takes us. Obviously I the main goal is to try and build a race team up from it. So who knows what next year can hold, but it's just cool.
Seeing the back end of Yamaha though, like, seeing what the Yamaha race team and how that's been, Scott Bishop sort of built that up from, a
ground up,
well, like a state team to what it is now. Like, you would have, going into that program would have, given you a little behind the scenes of how race teams sort of built. So you've got that sort of behind you as well to help you build it up. That's for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And like, it's so hard to realize how much work is actually involved, especially in Bishop's program. Like, that's awesome. No one realizes how much work is actually involved in what they do. And during the week, every week, like all the time, just to live that weekend, and then you do it all again. It's a full-time job for a couple of guys. So it's awesome to see. A lot of work goes involved. So hats off to them.
Yeah. I mean, and you guys, over here, kind of lucky. Like, you imagine what those dudes do in the US, like back to back, like every weekend for, 17 weekends for Supercross, and then do 12 outdoors.
Well, even thinking about it, Big B, Monster Energy Kawasaki's truck driver, out of the year, he's home 3 or 4 weekends.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, that's incredible.
Crazy. It's crazy to think, but that's it.
Can you give me, as a mechanical, and love motors, 250Fs, give me 3 words that describes the Star Racing Yamaha 250F.
3 words.
3 words.
You're trying to condense it.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start with that. Dude, they just freaking insane. They're
freaking yeah, I'm down with that. Freaking I struggle to understand how they can just continually get better and better every year. You, as a mechanic and sort of into this engine building stuff, must just leave you scratching your head. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Like, we can pull some pretty good numbers actually out of the new YZ. Surprisingly good. But, their advantage, especially when I was over there before, I seen it and I tested it, like, their fuel is so good.
Yeah.
Like MR12 or Pro 6, that's a leap already. So yeah, we're very disadvantaged with our race fuel here.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're not that far off some of those guys in what we do. Like, they're not doing it any better, but the budgets or what they can put in and what they can run is just, we're quite limited here in Australia.
Yeah.
But I feel like our head work and our engine configuration isn't too far off those guys.
Yeah. So, I might be like totally wrong in this, but when I was been lucky enough to go to the States and do a bit of riding over there, but I felt the motorcycle I had in America was so much louder than what we have back here in Australia. And I feel that has got to do something just to allow more power. Like this thing, dude, it had a stock pipe on it, and it was still just incredible. I mean, not a stock pipe, it had a Pro Circuit pipe on it, but it was just ridiculous how loud this thing was.
Yeah, and like when I first went over, so I shipped 2 bikes over from here.
Yeah.
And I didn't take the VP, the Roo 100 out of the gas tank.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got it over there and we ran it up on the dyno, and they're like, "What are you running?" Like they haven't even heard of VP Roo. You know, it's way worse than their pump gas over there. And so they just laugh at that. So yeah, when you put their fuel in, what they can run, that's where a lot of it is. But yeah, obviously, you know, it's pretty cool what they can do over there and how big the sport is over there. That's another eye-opener.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that about the fuel because like Trent hasn't been lucky enough to go to a Supercross or anything over there yet.
Just keep rubbing it in.
No, when you're on the ground in the stadium, dude, your eyes sting.
Oh yeah.
Like that's what I remember that. As soon as you said the fuel they use, and I was just like, I remember there, my eyes were stinging. I was just like, I don't know what these bikes have in them, but holy crap, it's got to be something pretty potent.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. It smells good. You can get addicted to it there for a bit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Get a buzz going.
I had a big buzz.
Jed, earlier on you said that, you know, you were talking with RJ and, you know, potentially going over there. Dude, he should have won the last 2 nationals if we're all being honest between each other.
Yeah, I know. He's an animal.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, he's such an animal. He just needs to stay on the horse. So he, just has to keep that thing on 2 wheels, and yeah, he'll do really well. But nah, he's looking so good. So I feel like he should have definitely got the overall last weekend. But hats off to like Hunter. He rode awesome. So
yeah,
it's what we want to see.
That's right. What do you who are you picking though in the championship run here?
Oh, I came in with Jet. I know he's young and that, but I'm still going to say Jet. I got to keep it there.
Yeah. How close do you think Hunter gets into this thing?
Oh, I think he's pretty close. Now he's kind of got some confidence under him and you know, got a good result. I think you'll see a lot more from him now. Definitely on the box, week in, week out, I think.
Yeah.
But
hope so.
Yes.
Yeah. It's motocross. Anything can happen, so who knows?
Yeah.
So are you sort of looking at this and looking at RJ going, whew, man, I'm glad that I'm not that guy's mechanic? Or
Yeah, 100%. It would be cool. Like, yeah, I wish I could have got over there and done that, but yeah. You know,
creating a pretty good name for yourself down here, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what I'm kind of here for, I guess. So, yeah.
Make it happen. Hey, before we let you go, and we appreciate you giving the time tonight, being an Inverell kid, do you still get in touch with Josh Strang, or he's been in the US a long time now? So
he's an American now.
In the US, yeah. But,
he's been there that long. I'm calling him American.
Yeah, they do already call him American. Do you still keep in touch with him, or, you know, not really?
Not so much. I spoke to him probably 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
And he was up in North Carolina.
Yeah.
But yeah, not so much. Not so much anymore.
Yeah.
I still keep in touch with like Nick Sutherland and that a fair bit.
Yep.
I think he's actually back down in Inverell, but yeah, not as much as I probably should. I've just been crazy busy with work and stuff at the moment, and you know how it is. It gets so hard to talk to everybody.
Yeah, feel that for sure. But no, Josh still is, but he was a legend, dude. I remember growing up watching him ride those, Vince String KX 125s and stuff. And I was like,
I think I'm going to reach out to him.
Dude, he's I mean, as I said, we grew up in the same area, so I wasn't in Inverell. I wasn't that far down, but I did do a lot of racing.
How far is Inverell from here?
Oh, it's a long way. It's a
long way.
I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while. I looked at it the other day. How far is it from the Gold Coast, Jed?
It's about 4.5 from here.
Oh, so it's not like freaking 20 hours away.
No. It's northern New South Wales.
But there is some next level riding down there. If you like your sand track, you know, so many sand tracks there. It's sick.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we got to get down there. We got a lot of stuff we want to do. Inverell is one. Inverell is one of those ones on my bucket list though, because I haven't been there since I was like probably 10, maybe 11. So I haven't been back in a long time. And I seen Jay Wilson did a riding school down there, and the track looks very similar to what it did when I was a kid. So I was like,
oh yeah, it wouldn't have changed much at all.
Nah, yeah, it'd be cool to go back and revisit all those old places. You know, McLean and places like that. There's a lot of.
Is there like a lot of local tracks as well, or?
Down in Inverell, yeah, that's
cool.
Yeah, like Moree was a really good track.
Yeah, that place was sick. Yeah, I love Moree.
Yeah, it was
a sick track.
I don't know. It's like it got like a pretty bad flood, like only last year. I think I don't know how it looks now, but it was underwater. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think I did see that. Yeah.
It's been a while. Anyway, we're reminiscent about down south, but the northern New South Wales sort of area. There was some cool tracks down there. It still is, but it's not as big a scene as what it is up here. And obviously, that's why Jed's up here, and I guess all of us sort of migrated up here for racing. But there is definitely some wicked tracks down there. So do yourself a favor if you want to do a trip down there, go and have a look at a few of those ones. Support those small grassroots tracks. I mean that. As I said, Inverell's been there long before I was there, and it's still going. So, been there plenty of years.
I think Inverell's probably been there a bit longer than you, mate. Yeah.
Heaps longer. I remember looking at that finish line tabletop, Jed, when I was a kid, and I was like, not a chance I'm jumping that. And then looking at it the other day, I was like, oh, it's surely they cut it down.
I don't think that used to feel like the biggest jump on a 50.
Oh, yeah, dude. The KX60, dude, I used to look at it, and I'd land, and I think I shifted 2 gears across the top. Then I looked at it the other day, and I'm like, it's not big enough to shift 2 gears across. I was a squid as a kid, so that's okay. All right, Jed.
Clip that.
We better let you go, bud. We appreciate the time. As I said, we need to get you in studio here for sure. As I said, you've got a lot of knowledge about the sport. You've been around the guys, and I think we could have a really good bench racing session with you one time. So definitely need to make the trip up when you got some time.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds good. And stoked to be on here. And thank you.
Appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Jed.
Awesome, man. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, mate. See ya. What a cool guy.
Yeah, dude, he's done a lot. And as I said, when I was doing that research, I realized it's from down there. It's super rad because, as I said, that's just a little home for me.
So, that's cool. But he's been doing done a lot.
Yeah. And I said, it doesn't sound like he's done. Like, as you said, like he had that potentially the opportunity to go see, BRJ's practice mechanic. It'd be like nice to see that.
And like, as we sort of do this, we sort of find that COVID is sort of been a blessing for so many people because it's kept them in the one place long enough for them to go, hey, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. Same as us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's cool. I'd love to sit him down and talk about some of those Millsap's training facility days. Like that's there's a lot of things I'd like to ask about that.
Yeah, I said,
and a year's long time to be there over there in Indonesia. Dude, there'll be some stories from that.
Yeah, it's tough when you got like 20 minutes with them, and it's like I've got about 4 hours worth of stuff I want to talk about and get to. But as I said, that'd be a good one where he's sitting in studio here and he can really deep dive in with that. So that's our only guest for tonight. Pumped to have him on. That was a good chat. Nic, man, there's so much we need to talk about here still left on the show. The one I want to talk about is... And it should have been my low, I feel like, now looking in hindsight. But the fact that the Pro MX here in Australia, Wodonga's been postponed now as well, Aubrey Wodonga.
Do not stir me up. I can let loose with this.
It's not... I mean, we're just going to touch on it. It's... the rest of the series is not looking flash either. It's rough at the moment. It's definitely put a halt and a dampener on the series that was starting to really start gaining some traction.
And it was starting to get a lot of people's eyes on it as well. So obviously the next round is going to be postponed so
Wodonga's been postponed.
And they're standing by the word of saying, hey, we're going to get all these rounds in.
Yeah.
This very well could go into November.
Yeah, I mean...
to December. And this may have something that affects Supercross.
Yeah, and that's the downer part. I mean, it's tough because you don't want to go out on too much of a limb here and say too much, but it's kind of getting to the point where it's like, it's hard to look around the world and things are different in other places, and we're getting kind of screwed a little bit. Even though we probably had it the easiest, we're now like, all right, come on, let's...
Yeah,
we want to go
I think
racing.
it's more apparent to us now because we watch the rest of the world so much. and it's not like Pro MX. It's the Phillip Island MotoGP, the Formula One.
Yeah,
a lot of these big sporting events or big motorsport events that bring so much money into the country. This will be the second year that we don't have it.
Yeah.
Why is that funny?
It's just, yeah.
Like, it's just sad.
I don't even, yeah. As I said, I don't want to too much dwell on it, but it's been rough, and I just wanted to say, hopefully we can get the series back, we can finish it off, and we're getting to those rounds. Nick, what do you got there, mate?
I'm glad you asked.
I know, I was looking at it.
The 722. Jerky. You know what it is?
Yeah, Darkside has sent us over, our guy Darkside, sent us over some Jerky, eatrjerky.com. The Wageman brothers in the US, Nick, they fund their racing off this jerky. It's we've already had one bag of this stuff. We got some samples here. Darkside sent us.
So we got the Fast House Jerky Lady Killer limited edition, sweet and spicy.
Yeah,
this stuff is good. What do we got here? So the 722 black pepper brisket premium beef jerky. What do you reckon?
That's pretty good. We had the other one too, the smoke one.
Have you finished that?
Yeah.
Dog.
The kids did. No, I did. But Darkside sent us over as a goodie bag and got some of them. We like to give these guys, as I said, Privateer guys, they fund their racing off selling the jerky, and it's pretty delicious. If you're a jerky person, go and get it. I'm pretty sure they ship overseas. We should have checked that with Darkside before we went on it, but man, delicious. We shouldn't be eating while we're trying to talk. It's not,
dude, sweet and spicy. It's so good.
Wait till the end of the show.
It over that side of the table.
I'm going, says.
Yeah, but, sorry, Wiz, you still here? We'll send
you know when they say spicy, they meant it.
Nick, what do we got in the comment section there? Bud has said, get in a comment, something about anything, really. Wiz has got a short list at the moment of who's going to win this RK race pack chain and sprocket kit. What do you got, Nick?
Jay Wilson is from Glen Innes.
Yes, he is.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Amanda Bailey, let's get this show on the road. Amanda Bailey. Anthony Rutledge, I've never been called talented before, but thanks, Trendy.
Did I say talented?
Josh Bland, second. That just got back to camp as well. So, yes, that was in regards to there being no service or technology anywhere past Toowoomba.
That's right. Listen to the archives, guys, as
Even
well.
in Toowoomba.
Yeah, true.
It's pretty
my
rough.
house.
It's pretty rough in there. Nick, as you said, we're 1 week away from giving away our Privateer Takeover. And then 2 weeks from that, we are at round 1 at Coolum.
Oh, yeah.
Back on the mic, Nick. Live mic. Feel like we're going to have to knock some rust off in the first qualifying sessions.
I think we're going to have to make the kids run around the yard or something the weekend before, and we'll just commentate that.
Call that. But yeah, we got that coming up. As I said, that Privateer Takeover will be...
Is it bad that I'm already nervous?
Probably.
I think I'll be right Sunday because I will have a lot going on in this vicinity.
You'll be charged up.
I'll be very, very... what's the word?
Carefree.
No, probably feeling sick.
It is actually my 30th.
On the Saturday evening?
On the Saturday evening.
Well, I have promised you that I will get you home.
Yeah.
Which is 200 metres.
No, it's actually further. If you see where our accommodation was, Dad booked it the other day, but thanks. We got to look
This is news to me.
It's the next streak.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
And again, guys, we got the RK chain, the MXU gold chain, the race chain, the U-ring chain to give away as well to our archive listeners. So if you got this far through, remember, send through a picture of your chain.
The most craziest looking, wrecked, dirty,
whatever,
fogged out
whatever
chain. I want to see it.
We'll pick it next week live on the show. We'll announce who's the winner of that is. As I said, last week's archive listener winner was Daniel Kent. The Motul Airfielder wash kit is going his way. Thanks to the guys at Link International and Motul for that. And we'll get to this giveaway here for this chain kit very shortly as those roll in. Nick, we got Millville this weekend, Spring Creek National.
Yes, another classic.
Dude, I love this track. Watching this track.
You are a bit of a Millville fan, aren't you?
I do. I think I said it last year, and I'll say it probably again this year. Depends on the prep. I'm loving this prep at the moment. This has been the talk of the series. Not so deep, not, just tilled up, flooded ruts.
I got one for you. If the tracks were as they previously were, slot car, are the results different?
That's the ultimate question.
Give me a yes or a no.
I don't know.
What was that?
I was trying not to use profanity, but if I know, I had no idea, dude. I mean, maybe not. I mean, Ferrandis is European. That's what we're going to keep going back to.
I still think French can drive.
Oh, he can drive.
Yeah.
He can make driving happen.
Who's going to win?
That's the question. I mean, Roxon has good vibes here, as there's been a minute since the. Hey, Cooper Webb went 1-1 here.
If you want to go Cooper Webb for Millville, you're on your own.
Was that 19 or 20? He went 1-1.
19.
I should have reassearched that.
I'm going to give you one statistic, which I can see, and that's Eli Tomac wins Moto 2.
Yeah, it's a good trend. That's a very positive trend in the right direction.
So, actually, Anthony Rutledge, another one here. J-Mart.
Well, yeah.
You told me J-Mart was the top 5 guy. I told you he wasn't.
You got top 5 at Red Bud. He had 2 big crashes.
He got 5th.
Yeah, well, that's
at Red Bud. So technically, I shouldn't lose money.
Okay. Guys, if you're listening live, write in the comment section. If you're an archive listener, DM Nick Still and tell him he's wrong. A top 5 is 5th or better.
No, I agree. But I should only have to pay like half.
No, he's got top 5. This week, if you'd have put that bet on this weekend,
I'm with you. Second, I was just like, you guys are so right. He is a top 5 guy. Yeah. And then I waited for someone to reply. I was like, sorry, top 15.
Yeah, he had a rough weekend.
Amar, is he back?
Word on the street he is, but vlogs have been a little quiet to see what he's been doing.
Technically, J-Mart, that is his home. That's his home track.
It's funny
you assume he's going to be good.
He hasn't won there, though, in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, last year he was fast. He was that Geico Honda was revving its knackers out, and he couldn't beat Ferrandis on that Star Yamaha. But now he's on the Star Yamaha, but we don't have that J-Mart at the moment.
No, we don't. And I'm hoping that J-Mart didn't rush this injury just to come back to try and prove something to some other teams, because I don't know if he is going to stay with Star Yamaha. He's just trying to do, I don't know. I don't
Word
like
on the street is he isn't. So he's riding for a ride.
Yeah.
So you can get that.
Which can get very, very scary.
Especially
because that's something that lies in the back of your head.
Well, when he's got those injuries that he's running with as well, like broken fingers, broken scaphoid, and a bung shoulder.
Now, the team that Alex rides for, I can't imagine that team's around next year.
Yeah. It's been rough for them.
Oh, dude, been rough for them, been rough for Twisted, it's
been rough for a few people.
Yeah.
But, that's a sport, ultimately. Choose up the week and spits them out. So
Faulkner, that's another one to be rough for.
Yeah, it wasn't good again this weekend. Another big crash. It's not trending in the right direction.
No.
The Faulkner debate will go on forever.
No, it's... As far as what I've been told, he's staying on a 250. He's
got to. Well, he hasn't proven it.
No, well, he was claiming the 450 deal was done.
Yeah, I know.
So to speak. I believe another thing I've heard many times this week is Faulkner will remain on 250 and Monster Energy Kawasaki will run 3 450s.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's not been good. It's not
really hard.
Good.
It's just put another bike on the truck.
As easy as that sounds, dude. As easy as that sounds. We'll just throw it on.
Hot take. Austin Faulkner joins Star next year and wins a 250 Supercross title. If that happened, Pro Circuit, Kawasaki would have to close the doors.
Yeah. Peyton
would not. He would roll himself back to Cali.
Oh, dude.
He wouldn't be able to put that guy on a plane.
Man, Mitch Payton is going to be just not enjoying life at the moment. It's been pretty rough. Shimoda's been the shining light there at the moment.
McAdoo's still out injury. Hammaker, we don't know where he is. Yeah. Hammaker, if you're listening, we just want to know you're okay. Where are you?
Yeah. It's been rough for that Pro Circuit Kawasaki run here. Hey, a question that, without notice.
Yeah.
You may not know the history of this whiz, so this may be a little out, but for our listeners, Ken Roxon wins this motocross title. You know he's the rider to break the streak, huh? The
Honda streak,
the Honda
curse.
voodoo.
What do they call it? The
curse.
The curse of RC.
The Ricky Carmichael curse. That's how long it's been since Honda have won a title, dude. In the Premier class.
It's funny. I heard that probably a couple of weeks ago. I heard it on another show, another podcast, and I was just like, nah. And I researched it.
It's true.
It's true.
100% true. That's what I call it, the Ricky Carmichael curse, bud.
And that whole thing was money as well, with the reason he left.
Yep. It was
how incredible is that?
It's pretty bad. And that's what I mean. They have not won a big bike title. Don't they? They've won 250 titles.
Yeah,
we understand.
It's all cool.
No Premier bike titles,
but
big bike titles.
All right. This is going to be a really hard question for you. Since Ken Roczen has been at HRC, how much money? How much?
Friggin' squillions.
Yeah, give me a figure.
No, I can't remember what he signed for. I got to go back and look. It's multi-million dollars.
HRC have
they've invested
out 10 million plus.
Yeah, a lot of money.
10 to 12 million.
Yeah,
and on this, and for that money, okay, finishing second's cool. They're hiring him to win a championship.
Yeah, I mean, and they've been loyal through his injuries and stuff.
Oh, like that, so. I'm not having nothing at all. Like they've been great. No, they will continue to be great.
But does a party though want Ken Roczen to win the title? Oh yeah, just to break the curse and that. No, because you know who's coming after him, and that we want to win titles.
Exactly, but it's not so much to break the curse. It's as hard as I am on Ken Roczen. He's come back from some absolutely freaking gnarly stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it would be cool to watch him win a Supercross championship.
Any championship. I mean, he's won a motocross.
I want to see him win a Supercross.
Yeah, I mean, any championship at this point for Honda. If you're a Honda guy, which I have a soft spot for the red bike.
I'm gonna look at some statistics this week and try and work out that if Ken doesn't win a Supercross championship in his career, he has to be versus the wins, versus everything that he's got. It's got to put him into some weird, you know how you get them weird, he's the only rider to do this, and this, and not win a Supercross. And I think Eli was in that same group as well.
Yeah. Well, let's throw this one out, Nick. And we've bench races before. Let's throw it out to our live viewers. Get into the comment section here as well. What do you rate more? Because
I got this. Yeah,
Ken Roczen's won 2 outdoor titles, no Supercross titles. 3 outdoors, 2 outdoors. Eli won 3 and now a Supercross title.
Yeah,
like is his, as we talked about with Eli, is Ken Roczen doesn't win a Supercross title? Is his career? I'm not going to say failure. That's a harsh word. But is he not among the greats?
No,
because he doesn't win a Supercross.
You have to win a Supercross title.
Yeah,
to be counted in that. I'm sorry, you can send me as much hate as you want. You have to.
But it's the same. It's the same as what we talked about with Eli. Like if he wins another motocross title, cool. You won a title, it'd be monumental because of what he's come back from to win that.
Exactly.
But it still doesn't put him in the league.
No.
Of these other guys that Tomac's now sort of crept himself into.
And I honestly can't see Eli Tomac winning another Supercross championship. I don't know. He may get on this Star Yamaha and absolutely freaking. Actually, funny enough, the amount of people that just happen to drop. Yeah, Eli changing teams or yada yada yada, and he just doesn't acknowledge one thing about it and just goes to the next question. It's just like, when's he going to come out and start talking about it?
Probably not. He's probably there's probably something in his contract where he can't really talk about it, and that's the hard part. Like as media, like you ask him these questions, they're not going to answer it. Like the Joe Shimoda question. Yeah. Like, are you staying with them? I mean, if you do not know, say, I do not know, but no comment, you know, but you're not telling us because you're not allowed to tell us.
AP, the way he answered it was really good.
Yeah, but I don't think he knows.
No.
I don't think
and I believed that as well from that.
Yeah.
But the whole Joe Shimoda thing, basically, you just made me feel like you're not returning. I read so much more out of what you just said than you could have just said, I really don't know yet.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
It probably is like a non-disclosure sort of thing that they have to do.
Yeah.
There would
while
be.
Body language doesn't, like, it gives away a lot, you can only take that so far.
Dude, what if it was like, I mean, Formula One, you watch that Drive to Survive, dude, that thing is cutthroat. Imagine if
watch that?
Oh, dude, it's sick.
I gotta watch it.
I do. I am not like, I've never been a Formula One guy. And I think you watch, and again, we need to talk about this, them replaying those freaking questionnaires. The first time was cool. Second time, I'm over it now. And then replaying them again this weekend, I'm over them even more. But
why? I like knowing what.
a lot of the guys in that, say, oh, yeah, like Formula One. Guarantee you it's because of that Drive to Survive series on Netflix. Because, dude, I was not, and I'm still like, I don't watch the races, but I'm hanging for the next season to come out so I can watch it. Because, dude, it's like,
I'm gonna have to watch it now. Was Nation was the same thing. He said you got to watch it.
It is like,
have you watched it?
I've seen it up there. I've seen previews. Haven't watched it.
Dude, it is like you don't even need to know any of the guys. So much drama though. Like they're literally like start of the season, like 2 races in. I'm not driving for you anymore. I'm signed with this team. 2 races into the season. I can't remember how many races. Yeah, sorry. How many races are in the season? Again, I'm the casual fan. But imagine coming like Eli Tomac. Like I know it's been done and this has been done. But like just them coming straight out and saying it. This is the driver coming out and saying, yeah, I've signed for it. This team, blah, 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 all through the media. And half the time before the other team even know the decision's been made.
Yeah.
Like, it's brutal, dude. And I'm like, that'd be so sick. It's like...
It's funny, like, MotoGP this year has a lot of drama about it as well. I think if you followed MotoGP, you would be interested in it because there's some weird and wacky stuff that goes on.
Yeah, but I think it's the problem with... Not the problem, but the difference between our sport and them is those are like... custom-made cars, custom-made bikes. You can't buy the stuff off the thing. Only factory teams. There's no such thing as a privateer or anything like that. Like not factory team. Like you have to have a lot of money to get into the sport where, Rod Bell works a job during the week and then shows up on the weekend and runs in the points.
Rod Bell.
Yeah, it's a lot different. And that's where I guess the sport has to be. But I mean, it'd be cool to just have some of this stuff because instead of us sitting here right now and just saying, well, Shimoda's not doing this because we got this vibe, we could actually be legitimately saying he's not coming back. He's going here. This is why we think that move's probably pretty good for him and actually report.
Yeah, I agree.
Stuff.
And like I just said to you, I could list 6 things that I've heard and don't quote me on any of them.
Yeah, because we just speculate.
Like, look at this Plessinger thing. We heard Plessinger was the sealed deal, and from I'm hearing a lot more of this first right refusal.
I like Bobby Reagan.
Oh, yeah.
He is not mucking around.
What was that?
He's not mucking around. He's not mucking around at all. He's making it happen, dude. Money. What's money? Just here's more money.
Will Hahn leaving Star Yamaha.
He didn't want to go to Florida.
He didn't want to go to Florida. Do you know what they're called? Goat Farm?
Star Farm.
Star Farm. How sick does that? That sounds better than Goat Farm.
Yeah, I guess.
Star Farm.
I guess. But that's pretty bold decision for Will. But I think it's a good decision.
And I think Bam Bam and Barsha appreciate him a lot for what he does.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be a great fit to that. Andrew Shifke, I think that is.
Yep.
If Ken doesn't win an SX title, he will become one of the best forgotten riders there has been.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think even though
I think you mean he will be one of the best riders ever that didn't win a championship. Supercross.
That's where this is the finest of lines, right? Because when you say
we're not shitting on Ken either.
No.
Just moving on, we're not shitting on him.
No,
right?
But when you say that, I think of Kevin Windham. Kevin Windham won a little bike, the 125 East Coast, I think. Supercross champion.
Yes, he did. Yes,
but never won a big bike.
Yeah.
But he was one of the best riders of that period.
Yep.
He just was against Carmichael.
Yeah.
You can't say about Ken. He's won motocross titles. That's where I'm like, this is different.
I know, but I just put I go, look at these. He's got a couple motocross. I put him in that category. I was like, he's got all these race wins. He's got all these laps led. He's had the red plate how many years in a row?
Yeah.
And he doesn't have that championship.
He doesn't have that championship.
You put that against how many other people there is. I bet you he's in a column on his own.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. He's not in that column.
No.
He's not in the best forgotten riders to never win a championship.
That's what I said. He's one of the best that have not run a Supercross championship.
Not a Supercross. Yeah, where if you go someone who not won a championship, then you start looking at those guys.
How many years do you reckon Kenny's got left in him?
Dude, I think it's that him and Eli. I think Eli's got 2 because he signed a 2-year deal, wasn't it?
2-year deal with Monster Energy.
Yeah, but 1 year with Yamaha. So,
yeah.
dude, I don't think I guess it just depends on how they feel and what they want to do. I mean, Ken lost a lot of time too. You got to think of that. Like, yeah, his age is up there for when people start retiring.
Same as Dylan. You know, Dylan and Ken are only a couple months apart in age, and yet Dylan is the rookie.
Yeah. Yep. I mean,
it's crazy to think.
Same as Osborne. Osborne's older than all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the amount of years he's got into him, like,
yeah. But I just think that these guys are starting to wise up a little bit too, Nick, to the fact that they want to prolong their careers as much as possible because riding dirt bikes is a better way of making a living. And I mean, it's not hard to go and talk to Dungey or Villapoto.
The fact that Dungey wanted to make a comeback,
that's
it.
Because they retired too young.
Yeah.
And I think these guys are seeing it now and exposing themselves to these people and going, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Maybe like there'll be something that clicks, but then Cole Seeley retires relatively young.
And he is happy with that decision.
But he's happy. So
that will change. I think.
But I think he's got that free ride stuff will keep him.
Yeah, he's still in the industry without it. But that is a major part of what I didn't like about the Baker's Factory program was it burnt these guys out.
Well, I mean, Anderson left for that reason.
Yeah. I would love to know the reason Cooper doesn't want to return.
You would nearly put your money in the bank on that, I reckon.
Dean Wilson
wasn't accepted into the program, but I don't think
he originally left. Remember,
like a long time ago.
Yeah. Because it wasn't, and that's just the thing. Like with Anderson, it was Anderson doesn't want to do the program. Anderson doesn't want to do this much work. That wasn't the case.
No,
Anderson just found his own program.
Yeah, but I think it's that thing of grinding too, Nick.
Give me some of that.
You don't want to grind all the time, and like the thing with Baker's program is it's strict. The thing that it's losing though, and I think the secret sauce in that, Nick, is the fact that all of the guys rode together. So you had Coop, Marv, Anderson, Osborne.
Yep.
Now you're down to like Coop maybe, Marv, maybe Coop sometimes. Anderson's gone. That's where I think and that's why I'm not going to say that's the main reason for these results dip from the KTM guys, but you got to maybe look at that too, Nick. It could be potentially the fact that the talent of riders from that program is dropped out and they're riding with less and less quote unquote rabbits to chase.
Yep.
Could also be a factor as on top of the bike being a little bit off.
Can you see Club MX becoming a next key player in a facility? How I say that is they're a mid tier. There are 250 guys go there. They learn a lot. They do a lot of stuff. Alden Baker is a niche. It is the top of the top.
Yeah.
Can you see them coming to that, getting to that stage?
I think there's a shift coming.
Yeah.
Like I think there's a shift to where it's not like secret. Let's go. It's going all the way back 80s.
Yeah.
Where all the guys just used to ride together at a place in the hills.
83 compound.
Yeah.
Look at that.
They're just
going to trainers it's not a training facility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
all right, Wednesdays we're riding here, Thursdays we're riding here, and just all of them just as a group riding together, and just making it happen. There might be a few clicks here and there. I just think it's going to be a little bit more like that. Because, I mean, these guys are more buddy-buddy this day than, ever before, really. There's not too many rivalries.
Yep.
Except for heard the Mumford and what was his name? Robertson had a bit of a run-in.
They had big run-in. But going back to the facility program, at the same time where Cooper decides that he doesn't want to be around Baker's Factory, it was when Seth left. Now, Seth Rarick is now the team manager for Star Racing Yamaha on the 250 team. I feel there's a lot of pieces to the Baker's Factory program that are just falling apart one by one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a little shift coming. It'll be interesting. Watch that space and see. I can
tell you one thing though. Southern California, Temecula, Pal out that way, so heading to Corona, that was the heart of motocross and supercross for the friggin' world. that is now moved.
It'll be Florida.
It's Tallahassee. It's Florida. It's now, everyone's going that way.
Yeah.
Which sucks for me because it's a longer flight.
I mean, tracks are better.
Yeah.
Traffic is just bad.
Nothing can be as bad as LA traffic, but anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, those are interesting facts. Little things that we've been talking about. Hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of conversation because we're stoked, but we went around and didn't actually get our Millville winners whiz. 250 class, 450 class, Millville Spring Creek National winners. Do you want a little minute? Because I think Nick's lined up ready to go.
No, I reckon I've got it.
What do you got?
If for 250,
Yeah.
if RJ can stay upright, it's him 100% of the time.
All right, so you're gonna go with it though, because the idea is that he's.
I'm going with it.
Up. Right.
I'm going with RJ because I reckon.
Yeah.
Yes, he had like 6 or 7 crashes in 4 motors or whatever it was. Like
Big
2
stat.
crashes a moto. Come on.
Yeah,
But
he's gonna figure it out.
yeah, I reckon after this weekend he's going to try and put some effort into training wheels.
What about 450 class? Training wheels is a good. I'm gonna write that down. 450.
Frandis.
Easy.
What about you? I'm going to go last. You go next.
All right. All right. I'm trying to write down the show title, but I got you, Wiz. 250 class. I'm gonna put a little bit of money on a Jet Lawrence bounce back. You were going the same way, yeah. I reckon there's a little fire lit in the belly.
Yeah, look, I'm just because I like to be different, I'll go with Hunter.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to go with Kenny.
Kenny? 450?
Yep, just Millville, just what I'm...
What you vibing? 450 is hard for me because, I mean, it's hard to look past, Ferrandis and Roxanne at the moment. They've been the best. If you feel like a workout Moto 1, Eli's gone.
See, even Eli is good at Millville.
Plessinger, like, pissed off after a DNF.
You know, he does well when he's comes out a little bit frustrated.
Yeah. I mean, it's Sexton. Does he figure this thing out? It's been trending in the wrong direction for Chase Sexton lately.
That was another one I had written down.
Yeah.
Okay. Leading into the series, if I told you we were 10 motos deep and Sexton hadn't had a win yet, what would your reaction be?
I mean, you just go on Supercross and you'd be like, oh, yeah, I could see that. Because Supercross, he didn't win either, and it was good at the start, and then he had that mid-season lull in Supercross too.
Dude, I could have put money that Sexton was going to come out and win.
Oh, I mean...
Just from what I saw towards the end of the season last year.
Yeah. But, as said, I think it needed to happen early. I think those incident, like not winning that first moto, like he went right to the line with Ferrandis Moto 1. Like, I think if he then crashes have just become the thing. Like, let's bench race for a second. If he hypothetically wins that first moto over Ferrandis, does his season go on a different trajectory now? I mean, it could.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, it could be those littlest of things. Ferrandis wins Moto 1, he's been on a roll. Sexton wins Moto 1, he could have been on the roll. Like, it's that minute of a thing that can happen.
And I think you're going to see that with Hunter.
Hey, we talked about it in our preview show, and I re-listened to this because I think some of these things come out. We said, like, getting the start, winning the first round, is that going to mean a lot? And everyone's kind of like, nah, it's a long season, blah, 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 blah. Trend is at the moment.
Yeah.
The dude who's won opening round is leading at least a 450 championship, and even, I mean, Jet won round 1, and he's leading 250. It's tighter, but I mean, we said that in our preview show. So it's that, as much as we want to be like Stackfield, all this sort of stuff, it's been the guy who won the first round is still leading the championship right now, and things can change. But
I just want to see. I just want to mutter.
Yeah,
I want to mutter.
Yeah.
Am I wrong to want to mutter?
We've missed a few. If it's a mutter, AP all day.
I'm just interested. And I reckon Ferrandis, that'd be just as good.
Yeah. I'm going to go Plessinger for Millville.
All right.
I think that's more of a want. I want AP to win.
I want Hunter to win.
Yeah. I want Hunter. I want Jet. I mean,
I want Savachi to win, but I also want to be realistic.
I want AC to win, baby. Let's just put some money on AC.
Hey, Savachi is consistent.
He is being good.
10th.
He's consistent. And when you say it like that, 10th in that field
is good.
It's good.
Because if you see the standings that he had, it was Savachi, and then everyone else below that was getting lapped.
Yeah.
He's the last.
He's the last of that group.
Yeah.
And Dino passed him on the last lap, and that hurt me emotionally, mentally, physically.
Especially Dino's apparently dealing
Shut up.
with Epstein Barr.
Shut up.
I'm not flogging on that.
4 corners to go, Joey. At least it wasn't one corner.
Yeah. So, no, that's it. Hey, let's start wrapping this thing up. What a show.
Brash Woodstock. Will we see Dean Ferris 111 back on a start gate this year?
He's announced his retirement, so
yeah,
I doubt it.
That might be going off on the whole retired and they realize they miss it.
Yeah, but he I think that injury of his, I've reached out to him to have him on and tell a little bit deeper of his story. Hopefully get that one lined up one day with Dean, because I think that injury, as much as you don't want to admit it, I think that really put the spanner in the works with retirement for that one.
Yeah.
That was big.
Darren Savachi went okay. I'm taking that as a compliment, Darren.
Take it.
Still his win for tline.
Still his win for
It's a
tonight.
win.
Well, let's start wrapping this one up. Show 48 Moto Limited Show presented by Street Race Solutions.
Actually, whoa.
Here we go.
Wiz.
Yes.
I'm gonna list off a list of people here.
Can we do that a little bit later? I want to give away a Trent and Sprocket kit first.
All right.
I know where you were
I thought you were going through the list.
No.
Yeah, okay, cool. I get you.
Okay, you good?
Well, Wiz, he gets to do it.
Wiz,
Yeah.
we need you to announce who the winner of the best comment of the night, and who's going to win themselves an RK chain and sprocket kit for their bike. Who have you got? You've shortlisted it. Give us a short list and give us who's won.
So, short list, we've got the service in Central Queensland being
Jai.
Yeah,
Josh Ludo.
Josh Ludo.
Not the greatest, as we all know.
What, Josh Ludo? Sorry, Jai, I love you, buddy.
The comment or the service?
Stop Stilly Singing.
Black Ball.
Oh,
yeah, we can.
I'm not trying to sway the vote here.
Got Serious Sushi there just for a funny one. And Stilly being part of AC9's program.
That's
honestly, I think that's the winner because you were squirming over that one, Trent. Like it was.
Yeah.
All right, that was Dylan Gunter, yeah?
So Dylan Gunter? Is that who the comment was? Yep. So Dylan Gunter, you have won yourself a RK chain and sprocket kit. Hit us up, slide in the DMs. We can get that custom made. Dylan actually just got himself a new gas. So
Yes. So he's going to have fun, fast.
I wonder if they got red sprockets for the gas. Dad would know this. Dad, send us a quick thing here.
It would just be a Honda red, wouldn't it?
No, yeah, but for a gas.
I know what you're saying, but wouldn't they just, write the part number across and...
No, yeah.
I know what you're saying. I imagine they would.
You're using logic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Anyway, you might be able to get one otherwise black, but
Black with black wheels and a gas looks hot.
But they're silver stock.
Yeah, I know, but you got to put the black wheels on it.
Yeah, get yourself some black wheels. We can help you out with those as well. Slide in the DMs there, Dylan. But Dylan Gunter is a winner.
No, black only.
There you go. I thought so. Told you.
Black is good.
Black is good.
No,
we'll hook you up with a set.
Darren told us.
Yeah, we'll hook you up with a set of wheels. Not hook you up with a set of wheels. Hook you up with a chain sprocket kit.
I didn't approve this.
Slide into the DMs if you want a set of wheels, Dylan, for that bike. But Dylan Gunter is the winner. Congratulations, buddy. Get into the DMs and we'll hook you up with that. And again, send us a picture of your roached out chain. And next week, our archive listeners, this is for you. We will be picking the worst and sending you out an MX U-ring arcade chain.
Right there.
Right in front of us. Probably not on the screen, Nick. But, right, Nick, give Wiz our sponsors and let's see what he's got.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off our sponsors one by one. The first thing that pops into your head when I say these names, you have to tell me what it is. Can be no delay. You can't go, you need to go bang. You ready?
First time on the show full time, just pressure.
On the spot and...
Yeah, pressure.
You ready?
No.
The Moto Limited Show is presented by Street Race Solutions.
Up in Toowoomba. Got big sign on the hill.
Big sign.
Yeah.
Roo Systems.
Yep.
Diesel tunes for any
That's what
diesel car. Get it tuned today at Roo Systems. 55 plus performance centers Australia-wide.
Mostly you get the most I could nearly remember it.
No, we read that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, continue.
Ride Tribe Designs.
Graphics, are they?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, perfect.
Awesome.
Yes.
Hyperlyfe Clothing Co.
Still, he was repping it earlier today.
Thank you.
Got a bit warm in his hoodie.
Yeah.
Yep. National Lunar.
Fridges.
Oh,
Rolls Royces of fridges.
nah, that's a solid pass. I'll give him that.
Give it to him.
KDR.
Apparel, bikes,
I like it. I'll pass it. Arcade chains and sprockets.
sitting right there in front of you.
Thank you.
Giveaway.
Queensland Bike and four-wheel drive.
Up in Toowoomba 6, Carrington Drive.
Carrington Road. Oh, so close.
Well,
hey, who's
Carrington
you drive
Road?
away from there
Yeah.
with a new gear.
Ooh, and a new motorcycle.
Yeah.
KTM.
Who do you want to see when you're up there?
You wanted to go see Kerrod, Jeff, Corey, Ray, Karen.
Yeah.
The lot up there.
And what can you leave there with?
What bikes? What brands?
What bikes?
Oh, you're really testing it. You're trying to give me one
You
word.
really are, but I should know this because they were my neighbours for I don't know how long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kawasaki.
Kawasaki,
KTM.
Gas, Polaris.
And you know what? Nothing rides like a Polaris.
There you go. Come on, Nick.
MPE suspension.
Says it right there. MPA suspension, best suspension.
Modal oils.
You're repping the shirt, mate? I've even got one.
I like it.
I've even got two.
That's a pass. I'm giving him a solid tick for that.
He's doing. He's done a good job, Wiz, and thank you for your appreciation tonight. Participation tonight.
Integration.
Yeah, we
It's
appreciate
happening
it.
again.
Obligations.
Yeah, well, hope you guys enjoyed having Wiz.
Interrogation.
And I mean,
That's what that was.
Yeah, for our live viewers as well, you probably noticed a little bit of a change there behind Wiz, where we are expanding the studio once again. Here we go, another project.
And in a couple months, we're going bigger again.
It's going to look going to be different. We're going to have some more people on. Got one-on-one stuff. As I said, we're working on things behind the scenes, Nick. We're trying to get some behind the scenes vlog stuff going as well to give you guys a bit of an insight of what goes on. And with some stuff we got coming up. Again, we're away. We're going to do a video with our iPod oil deal winner.
Yeah.
On Saturday, giving him his stuff. We're going to do a bit of riding with him and that sort of stuff. So get that out to him, do that. And then so party time. So lots coming up. And we've got some one-on-one interviews, trying to get them all lined up as well, Nick. Just plenty going on. Keep around the Moto Limited Show where we're trying to bring you as much content as we can. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. All right. We want to thank for tonight Jed Parsons from Jed Parsons Motorsports coming on. Go and check him out if you want an engine rebuilt, performance engine, Nick, for your motorcycle. Jed Parsons, go on.
You've only got to look at the Instagram and go,
wow.
Me and you were talking about the same photo and we didn't even talk about it.
No, it was good. Go on him up. We appreciate him for giving the time. The whole voiceover chick for doing another voiceover. She knocked it out of the park, as always.
No surprises here?
No surprises at all.
You sound surprised.
No, she just knocks it out as usual. As we just give her the call up and she come in hot. We want to thank my kids for what they do, Nick. Appreciate what you've been grinding behind the scenes here, putting out fires all day.
It's bring a firefighter. To be honest with you, I'm scared to what I wake up to. I'm waking up to a cluster something.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, 2 more shows, Nick, till show 50 as well.
We're going to look good too.
Well, yes. We got stuff planned for that as well. Next week, pretty sure we got in-studio guests next week.
Just got to confirm it. Like we may say a lot of stuff we've got coming up on this show, but there is a lot of time between now and another show, and things change. So usually Friday, we can usually stamp things down and get on social media what's going to happen.
Yep.
But yeah, usually we're pretty close to what we sort of have planned. But Trent, you know what it's like.
That's it.
Lives change, people, things.
Yeah, that's right.
We just go with it.
If you want to be part of the Moto Limited Show, reach out to us. As I said, we're always keen to have people, or if you got suggestions of people like Jed Parsons did, reach out to us. We're happy to try and get in contact with some people to have them on the show, tell their story. As I said, that's what we're all about here. We love the Privateers. Privateer Takeover Challenge. Get on it this week. All the archive listeners, all the live show visitors, get on there right now.
www.motolimitedShow.com.
That's it. Get it done.
Jump on there. Do that.
Merch.
Buy yourself some merch.
Yeah.
I just seen one come through then, Trent. So let's just blow someone out here. Kerry chicken.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm there.
Nick?
So it's as easy as that.
Easy as that.
Be like Kerry.
Yep, get it. The Team 17 merch is up there as well. I'm
going to put some more random stuff on this week, Trent. So I reckon there could be some cool stuff coming next weekend.
Yeah,
I need a new phone case. So
I said you just tore it apart. But that's going to be it. Show 48 on the Moto Limited Show. We'll be back next week for show 49, Nick. But from Nick and myself, we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
I said, I'm a fan of the show. What you guys got going on is awesome. And whoever's listening out there, you better keep freaking watching these guys because they're doing some cool stuff, man. So